banner on the wall in the weight room has all our district championships on it, and it's just starting on the second banner. It's not like there's a long list of them. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the history of the school. Been playing since 1927.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen much.
Yeah.
So we are, it's and it really has only two or three times in the history of school haven't been outright district champions or district or region champions. So it's important. It's very important for us to do that. So there is an importance of that. There's an importance of getting in the playoffs, obviously, and then the seeding in that. But at the end of the day, we don't really look ahead at all that when it gets to week 10 and we play Ottawa and that game ends and you see where you stand. But we're just focused on getting better each play and then each game and each week, and that's what we kind of focus on.
Do you think your players understand, and again, not getting too far ahead down the road, but do you think they understand that significance of what it would mean to them and the importance of playoff seeding to win that region?
I don't know. They may look at it more than I do. I mean, I really don't look at it that much. I'm a week to week guy.
Yeah.
I don't really think about even. You think about region games being more important, but you don't prepare like better for a region game. You don't play harder for a region game. You don't do anything any different for a region game other than know it's a region game. So you go out and play each game to win. They don't. You're not walking out there when it's over and saying, well, we won that game, but it wasn't a region game, so it wasn't that important to us to win it. So, it's not all that important if you look at it that way. And I don't know, I'm not inside the mind of a kid. I know when I was in high school, I can remember, just wanting to win every game and thinking they were all important, but I don't know if that's the way it is now or not.
Do you know that when I prepare questions like that for you, I know you're not going to really answer them beyond the next game?
I mean, and I'm not. It's not coach speak, really. I mean, when you maybe you sit around and think about it sometimes, but at the end of the day, you're not. You can't control anything that happens other than your game.
It's really one of those things that's nicer to look back on than forward.
Yeah, and that's probably it. And and it. I don't know. You don't. I like every game, and every game's different, and it's fun, and I hope the kids are that way.
Yeah.
I hope they see us prepare the same. I hope we don't turn the heat up when we're playing Walker Valley than when we're playing Howard.
Yeah.
Hope it's the same each week at each game, because I know I've been a part of staff that certain games were more important than other ones, and the kids felt that, and they played tight in those games and didn't play as well as they could. So we always need to be the same, preparing each week for each game.
And focus on you guys.
Focus on us, right? It doesn't have anything to do with the other team that comes on the field.
Well, it kind of leads into this next question. After tonight's game, and we're going to talk about East Hamilton in our next segment, what will an off week look like for you guys? I mean, is that a rest up? Is it work on some specific items? What do you plan to get accomplished? Because you're going to have a 2-week span where you're usually preparing for just a week.
Yeah. It's funny that you said that, and you said that you never did it. I don't know. I have. It's bad. I haven't really thought about it. I know what we normally do. We'll normally take a Monday off. We'll have a JV game on Monday, and we'll take that week off or that day off, and then we'll get a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice in there. What that consists of usually is fundamentals. We go back and we'll dial it all the way back and start over again, and because when game weeks begin in the season, you dial back on time with fundamentals of what you do, and you dial up preparing for the other team. So you kind of want an opportunity to get back and come back to basics, because at the end of the day, football's about blocking and tackling, and we feel like we're getting better at those each week, but the fundamentals of those are very important. So we've got fundamentals for each position that we can focus on for those days and not really work. We're not going to really prepare. Now, we may watch a little film and, show them some things that we may get against them just to get them an idea of what's going to happen the next week. But we will focus more on ourselves, more on individual fundamentals than we will as preparing for a team.
So you kind of get in, let's say, 3 bonus practices or something, and then really you're back into game week prep. I mean, it's just a normal week again, so you're really just looking at 2 or 3
and it's important. I mean, it becomes more like a spring practice. And I think those things are important. You get your young guys some work. The same thing. Our JV, they play games on Mondays, but for them to get work as a unit together at practice, they just don't get it.
Yeah.
They're usually running other team stuff. Sometimes the other team runs our plays, which makes it great because they get work with that. Sometimes they don't, so they get no work, and they go out there and play on Mondays, and it's hard for them to do that. So you get to focus on some other things that you hadn't gotten to up until that point.
All right, you're listening to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. We'll be back in just a moment with some final comments from head coach Bo Cagle.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when it happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including their PPG and viral-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mount Road, Athens, 745-9529.
Welcome back to the Rays Auto Body Coaches Bench Show. I'm Terry Patrick, and I'm joined by head coach Bo Cagle. Coach, let's hit East Hamilton specifically now, but let's start by looking back 1 year. You're 2-3 going into that game. You get behind early at East Hamilton, but your team rallies and they pull off what I would call a season-changing comeback. Talk about how big that win was a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was big for us to be down. So a couple things go on. We didn't play very well in the first half. A punt got blocked. We couldn't, after the first series, we really couldn't get anything going offensively. Defense was kind of real and giving up. I think we're down 21-7.
You're down a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, 21-7, I believe, at half. And, you can find out what kind of team you got in situations like that. We got some adversity going on. We got some things that they're not happening very well. And we really, there really wasn't a whole lot of technical answers for it. It was, are we going to rally? Are we going to keep playing hard? And when we get a break, are we going to take advantage of that break? And, we came out and never gave up, never quit. They played hard. I really think we might have tried an onside kick right at the beginning, and it didn't get it.
Yeah.
So things weren't going our way, but we ended up getting some breaks there at the end, figuring out how to, number 2 on defense he was a nightmare. We figured out what we could run to kind of neutralize him, and it made everything work offensively a little bit better. And then our defense stepped up. We had great individual plays. I remember specifically Dev Patel cleaning up a tackle on the second to last play of the game to keep the guy from falling into the end zone. And then Davion Evans blocking the kick to win that. So we had individual efforts, but they were all doing it for the team. And, it did it. And I don't know if it changed our season because we could have lost that game, but the battle, they could have kicked a field goal and beat us, but I think the battle is what changed us.
Yeah.
And, I still feel like we could have lost that game and still did the same things that we finished our year off with, because our kids didn't give up anyway. We were 1-3 and we could have tanked it anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't. They didn't give up the second half of we're 2-3 at that point, getting beat 21-7 and things not going our way. So I feel like things could have kept going just because of the way we played.
There's at least a handful or more players for East Hamilton from a year ago that are back. That they're going to use that game as a motivation for them coming in.
Yeah, and I don't know if that works or not.
Yeah,
I've been on the same boat as that of let's get revenge. I think our Monday night crew wants to get revenge when we get beat on Fridays a lot.
Yeah,
and I think that's fresh on our minds. But unless it's the same team playing the same team again, it really doesn't work that way. I think we shouldn't, and that shouldn't be the way it is. Yeah. We should be self-motivated to play any team the best we can play all the time. So that shouldn't even go in our mindset.
East Hamilton comes into the game. They're 3-1 overall. They're 2-0 in their region, and it's a team that's putting up 36 points a game themselves. What do you expect from this Hurricane offense tonight?
And 36 points a game, and we're giving up 12. Something's got to give there, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit nerve-wracking when they've got a big old running back playing quarterback for them. That big guy that played running back for them last year is now playing quarterback, and he's like what I was talking about our offense. Hester throws it just enough where you got to cover. If you don't cover, he's going to beat you. And that's the way this guy is. And they've got good enough receivers out there where they can just throw it up and they can go get them. And we've seen to get beat on that a few times this year. So those are things we need to work on. Obviously, our defense is built on stopping the run, and if we can stop the run, we'll have an opportunity to win the game. And because they're going to base everything off their run game, and they should. What they've got, the big guys they've got up front are blocking well, but with a big back playing quarterback, and then they've got speedy guys on the perimeter that can take it outside. So you got to defend the whole field, and you can't just leave things open because they can't hit it, because he's good enough to do that to you.
Do they line up similarly to us?
Yeah.
Is it a run option kind of?
Yeah, they're pretty much in their spread offense. They'll have a tight end sometimes, not much, an H-back some, but normally they're one back with 3 or 4 wide receivers, bringing people in motion, doing things like that. It's a lot like our offense. Quarterback runs. I mean, they're basing everything on the quarterback runs, and they're going to play action off of those quarterback runs.
Well, defensively, East Hamilton not giving up a lot of points. They've got a shutout under their belt as well. How will they line up tonight?
Yeah.
What are we going to see from their defense, and how do you maybe plan to begin to expose that?
Well, they're lining up to stop the run. I mean, they've basically got 7 in the box. If you can imagine a 5-man front almost all the time. And that's what they're giving us to try to stop the run. We've watched them on film, and they don't get out of it a lot. You can formation a little bit, but you kind of know what you're going to get. What you don't know is where the pressure's coming from. They can bring inside backers. They can slant their front. They'll do those things periodically. And it's similar, it would be similar to what Bradley did. They gave a 4-man front some too. So we've got to be better prepared this time for something different than we got on film. But they're, from everything we've got so far, they're keeping 7 people in the box and making you beat them on the perimeter. And, that'll be a challenge for us, because that's not what we really want to do.
Yeah.
But that may be what we have to do.
Very good. Well, thank you, Coach. You've been listening to the Rays Auto Body Coach's Bench Show with head coach Bo Cagle. We're moments away from kickoff. You're listening to Cherokee Football on 101.7 FM WJSQ. Back in 60 seconds.
Ray's Body Shop is the name you know and trust, and the first place to go when it happens. Ray's has many years of experience in the latest in assessment and repair equipment, including the PPG and viral-based paint system, allowing you to go green. Whatever type of insurance you have, whatever make and model vehicle you drive, go see the professionals. They also have towing if you need it. Quality is their priority at Ray's Body Shop, 117 Rocky Mountain Road, Athens, 745-9529.
You've been listening to the Coach's Bench, a pregame interview with head football coach Bo Cagle, sponsored by Ray's Auto Body, Rocky Mountain Road, Athens. Stand by. McMinn County Cherokee football is next on 101.7 WJSQ and WLAR.
WJSQ FM 101.7 WLAR AM 1450 Athens.
McMinn County Cherokees football on WJSQ and WLAR is brought to you by Star Regional Medical Center, All Things Exterior, Osmond Flooring, Simmons Bank, Madison Avenue Pharmacy, Companion Funeral Home, Iwasi Builder Supply, L&M Motors, Tennessee Wesleyan University, Capstar Bank, Plaza Electronics and Appliances, and Athens Insurance. And now with tonight's play-by-play, here's Terry Patrick.
Good evening and welcome to Cherokee Stadium in Athens, Tennessee, where tonight we bring you a non-region matchup between the McMinn County Cherokees and the East Hamilton Hurricanes. This is only the 4th meeting between the two schools, with the Cherokees winning 2 of the 3 contests. I'm Terry Patrick. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play, and I want to bring in my broadcast partner, Jared Wright, who will bring the color commentary tonight. Jared, the Hurricanes bring in a high-powered offense tonight, averaging 36 points per game. The Cherokee defense is going to be put to the test.
They are, and they are familiar with Bullard, who we'll talk about, I'm sure, in a minute, but they're kind of familiar with some of the weapons they have, but this defense, they're going to have to play for the run and the pass. It's not going to be a run-heavy team. He's going to throw it, too, so they're going to be really tested tonight. Likes of Bradley. I know they've been compared to that offensively, so we'll see what they bring.
And we know, at least for a half, that was quite a struggle
yes.
For the Cherokees. Now, let's talk about Bullard a little bit. He was at running back a year ago. They've moved him to quarterback, East Hamilton.
Yeah, they did. He was got the quarterback job because the starter tore his ACL, Luke Clark, in the preseason. But Bullard, he's got over 1,000 total yards on the season already. He's got 15 total touchdowns, 11 of them rushing. So he is a dual threat quarterback, but he's going to focus heavily on the run. He's had over 3,000 yards the past 2 seasons, 50 touchdowns, averages 3 a game the last 2 years. So he is going to be their go-to guy, but there are other weapons around him.
Absolutely. And let me mention that our statistician, Terry Stansel's in the press box, of course, and he's going to join us at halftime with stats and comments about the first half. Also, our Cherokee chat at halftime, we feature Cherokee Landon Fagans, middle linebacker. I know you had the opportunity to talk with Landon a year ago.
Same game.
I was out with COVID, same game, and he is an impressive young man.
He is.
I felt like he was interviewing me for a while.
I've never seen a high school athlete ready to talk more than Landon was last year. And usually you get a microphone in front of them, they don't talk at all. But he was ready to go.
He was ready to go. Well, East Hamilton plays out of Region 3 4A. They come into the game. They're 3-1 overall, 2-0 in the region. They have wins over Ooltewah, East Ridge, and Sequoia. Their lone loss was to Heritage out of Georgia. Now, that's not Maryville Heritage. Heritage out of Georgia, a very good program. Jared, I can't help but recall that game last September, a chilly evening in which the Cherokees came back from a 2-touchdown deficit to win 30-29. There's some players on the field for the Hurricanes tonight that remember that game.
I can tell you one that remembers it is probably their kicker, Ethan Hickson, because the Cherokees blocked 2 extra points and then blocked the game-winning field goal by Davion Evans there. Got the block to seal that game, to come back, and it was an outstanding game. Terry and I hate that you were not with us because it was quite the experience all around, but it took all 3 facets of the game last year, and it's going to take that here this evening as well.
All right, McMinn County, of course, plays out of Region 4 5A. They are 3-2 overall, 2-0 in the region. They have a win over McMinn Central 50-0 before losing in week 2 to Cleveland 6-3. The first region win of the season, 43-14 over Ray County. Lost to Bradley Central 42-24. Both the Cleveland and the Bradley Central losses were on the road. And then last week they get a big second region win over Howard, 36-0. Jared, McMinn seems to have discovered a new little niche for this offense, at least for the time being, and that's Hester at quarterback, and then adding Jaden Miller to that running back stable. I think we're going to see more carries out of Miller tonight.
I think so too, and I think it's a smart move. The defense is going to have to kind of key on 3 different types of runners. I mean, you've got Thompson and Evans back there, but you've got Hester, quarterback that has proven he can run it like crazy. And, of course, Jaden Miller, he's, as we talked pregame, he's a guy that if you're staring at him in the backfield, you don't really want to try to hit him hard, but you're going to have to try to bring a player like Jaden Miller down.
He adds a lot back there, and Thompson and Evans are still there. I mean,
yes.
you're going to be rushing them in, and you can certainly see that you're going to keep a fresh back in there pretty much all the time. That's important.
Caden Hester can throw the ball, too.
Yep.
It's not unheard of for him to throw the ball. They threw it around last week, looked good. So we'll see what Coach Cagle and the Cherokees dial it up tonight. It'll be I'm expecting a very good, close game.
I am as well. Now let's talk about this weather. It's 71 degrees. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, it is blue skies. It is clear blue skies right now. But by the end of the game, into the 50s by the end of this game is what I'm seeing. So it feels like football, though.
I'm glad I packed a jacket for the walk down the bleachers to the car after the game for sure. But, fall is here for sure. And, there's a great crowd on hand here this evening as well. Stands are still filling in. So
they are filling in. Yeah. Captains tonight for McMinn County, they're getting ready to make their way. Seems a little delayed, but Hester, Wilson, Fagans, and then Dev Patel gets the call at captain tonight. So glad to see Dev out there. Let's take a look at the starting lineups.
All right. The East Hamilton Hurricanes will start with their offensive line. They've got all seniors except for one sophomore. In the middle, it'll be 71, Caleb Ledesma. He's a 6'3", 280-pound senior. 55, Colin Johnson, 6'1", 230 senior. 63, Andrew Gilbert, 6'3", 280 sophomore. Josh Brown's number 59, 6'2", 255 senior. And then 52, Logan Carmona, a 6'1", 240 senior. Juan Bullard, number 17, will be their quarterback, and you'll see him running the ball quite a bit as well, 6'1", 210 senior. Running back is number 12, Mike Hinton, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore. Halfback is 27, Wyatt Miller, 5'9", 160-pound freshman. Wide receivers include number 7, Jake Rawls, 5'10", 170-pound senior. A junior, number 5, Carice Willis, a 5'11", 655-pound juniors. 81 is Zachary LeBeau, 6'7", 235-pound. He will play the tight end role. He's a big guy to watch out for. And then they'll also have, at some points out there, number 8, David Cole. We'll mention him. He's got a couple of commit offers from the Naval Academy and West Point, so he'll be a 6'3", 210 senior out there. Watch out for him. Defensively, they'll play the 3-4. The ends include Josh Brewer, 6'2", 270-pound senior. 88, Ben Cole, 5'10", 220-pound senior. Nose tackle is 67, Taylor Smith, 6'3", 265-pound sophomore. Linebackers include 40, Tex Lewis, who's a senior. Number 12, Mike Hinton will be out there. 4, Ramsey Devine, 5'9", 190-pound senior. 14, Zane Liffick, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Cornerbacks include Willis, number 5, as well as 28, Vinzel Hinton, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore. 1, Devon Harrelson is the safety, and 23, Logan Locke will also be a safety back there with him as well. That's a senior and a junior. Ethan Hickson will be number 9. He'll kick for him, and Logan Locke will be the long snapper.
All right, well, I'll stop you right there. Let you know McMinn County won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Always a question about what they might do, and that varies with each game and who you're playing. But McMinn chooses to kick off. They'll get the ball in the second half, and team's getting ready to run out onto the field. Jared, continue on with our starters.
There comes the Cherokees. It'll be right tackle Eli Patton, number 61, 6'2", 269-pound junior. Right guard 53, J.C. Falls, 5'11", 230-pound junior. Center will be 62, Genoa Robinson, a 5'11", 287-pound junior. Luke Chenard will play left guard, 65. It's his number, 6'2", 246-pound senior. Camden Goforth, number 77, will play left tackle, 6'3", 260-pound freshman. Caden Hester at the quarterback spot, number 16, 6'2", 150-pound senior. Tailback will be 21, Cody Thompson, 5'8", 130-pound senior. Wideouts include 28, Dakota Thompson, 5'6", 129-pound sophomore. 2, Hayden Smith, 6'3", 160-pound senior. Number 3, Luke Hensley, 5'9", 150-pound senior. And 26, Ethan Faulkner, 6 foot, 163-pound junior. And also Jaden Miller we expect to be out there as well. Defensively, it'll be at the defensive ends. It's 57, Caden Melton, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore. And number 19, Josh Rouse, 6 foot, 188-pound junior. Interior linemen include 55, Jackson Montgomery, 5'11", 205-pound sophomore. And number 99, Aiden Wilson, 6 foot, 220-pound senior. Linebackers include 44, Luke Slager, 5'10", 169-pound junior. Number 4, Nolan Brown, 5'11", 171-pound senior. And 41, Landon Fagan, 6'2", 204 junior. Cornerbacks are Davion Evans, number 7, 5'5", 130-pound senior. Luke Hensley, Jaden Miller, and Caden Hester will play safety. And it's Spencer Solons, 82, will handle all the kicking duties for the Cherokees.
And Spencer Solons has it teed up, and we're ready for football here at McMinn County at Cherokee Stadium. We've already had quite a few festivities. We'll talk about that in just a second, but here is the kickoff by Solons. It is a high kick. I think it's going to be returnable. No, it isn't. It goes about 1 yard into the – they kind of gave up on that.
They did.
It lands, though, about 1 yard into the end zone.
And that's something – they've got a kicker that can do the same thing in Hickson, so we'll kind of look at that. And, you know, you talked about the early season schedule for East Hamilton. This is outside of the Heritage Georgia game. This is probably the toughest test East Hamilton has faced. Their opponents are combined 4-14 on the season, and that's Heritage. That's 4-0.
Wow, that is that's quite a stat right there. So East Hamilton probably going into this game saying, "Hey, we're going to find out what we got tonight."
Yes. We
all right,
got our first whistle
already before the snap.
Oh, play clock was way down.
They're going to rewind that. Well, McMinn is in their traditional all-black uniform here at home, black jerseys, black pants, black helmets, all trimmed in gold. East Hamilton, quarterback keeps it over to the left side, finds a little bit of running room. He's going to be tough all night long. Picks up about 8 yards up to the 28. That's Bullard, the quarterback. I think we're going to see a lot of that. He does, in fact, get 8 up to the 28-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. East Hamilton is in white jerseys with green numerals, black pants, and green helmets. And they are going from right to left right now. From the scoreboard side, they are headed towards the school. Here's Bullard. He's in the shotgun. Got an H-back back there, but that's all. He's going to run straight up the middle. Now looks to go outside. The Cherokees are there.
Met first by Rouse, who got him, and then it was
Fagans, I think, at the end there.
Fagans and also Melton getting him.
So he's going to lose. He's going to lose back to the 25-yard line. So a loss of 3 on the play.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Big down here for the defense.
It's a nice job that time by the defense. Bullard has a running back there with him. Almost jumped there, but we didn't.
That was very close from
Bullard looking to the sideline. Now he's got the play. Has a man coming in motion to the near side. He's going to hand off on the right side, but the Cherokees are there. Maybe gets a yard, maybe 2, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 3. We'll give him the 27. A nice defensive stand there.
That was Hinton taking the carry, and kind of a run-pass option. Maybe there's what it looked like, and Bullard gave it to him, but good stand by the defense.
Was it, would you say Miller or Hinton on the carry? Hinton on the carry, yeah. So punting situation from the 27-yard line. Punter standing on about his own 14-yard line. It's a good kick. It's going to be taken by Davion Evans at the 40. Comes to the near side looking for a block. Doesn't get it. Breaks a tackle. Comes over the 50. And McMinn's going to take possession, their first possession in East Hamilton territory at the 47-yard line.
I saw a flag come out. It was orange-colored, but he may have just been spotting where he got the ball at because there's no talk.
No flags down. So 1st and 10 for McMinn County at the 47-yard line. Hester in the backfield, and guess who's back there? Miller starts at the running back because, wow, that is daunting back there, isn't it? Caden Hester, the quarterback. Jaden Miller in at running back. It's going to be fake to Miller, thrown to the outside to Hensley. He drops the ball. It's down on the ground, and I think East Hamilton may have it.
Yep.
He had gained about 8 yards, kind of made a move. Somebody stuck a hand in there, knocked it out. East Hamilton gets the first break of the game. They're going to take back over on their second possession at the 36-yard line.
It looked like it was going to be broken for a big play there, but just couldn't corral it back. Defense got to answer right back here.
Hurricanes will have it first.
Well, they sure do.
From the 36.
Tough break. Bullard, he looks like he's back to pass. Throws to the sideline, but it bounces to the receiver.
He's trying to get that out to Cole, but it was thrown extremely short.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a chance at that.
I don't think it was tipped at the line, but I know Rouse got his hand up in there, and if he did, hey, that's going to take some of that tonight.
He was definitely throwing through traffic.
Yes.
There were a lot of Cherokees around. That might have affected that throw as well. This time throws out to the near side to a receiver, gets a block, and now he's going down the sideline. Inside the 50, there's a flag down. This one may be coming back with a hold.
Pass complete to Rawls, forced out of bounds.
It was Jake Rawls getting the catch. It was kind of a wide receiver type screen, I guess. Looked like he got a couple of good blocks, but somebody was holding. So this is going to be brought back, and now the Cherokees get a break.
That's a big break because I thought they were going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but it didn't work out. And luckily
it looked like they had it covered.
Yes.
And then the two other receivers made a pretty decent block, and, of course, the holding might have interrupted everything. So this is going to be spotted all the way back to the 31-yard line. Kind of a net loss of 5 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15. So they're getting behind the chains now a little bit. Bullard in the backfield with Hinton. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now one comes in motion. And Bullard's just going to try to sweep around the right side. Now he cuts back to the near side. Fagans is trying to bring – no, it wasn't Fagans. Montgomery was chasing him. It is positive yardage, but that play was designed to go around the right side, and McMinn had it played very well. He had to turn and come back to the near side of the field. Takes it up to the 36-yard line. And that's going to be 3rd down and 10. So Bullard in the backfield. I think that's Hinton back there with him. Takes the snap, rolls right. He's looking to pass, looking downfield, getting some pressure from Aiden Wilson. And the ball is thrown incomplete. Had a receiver at the first down marker, but again, a little bit low on the throw.
It was, and defense had enough guys around him. It was right there. It would have been close enough for a measurement if he caught it, but it was really uncatchable.
Well, we get the holding penalty, but nonetheless, a nice set of downs there for the defense as well.
It was. And hopefully offense can get something going here, but hopefully another good return by either Davion Evans or Luke Hensley, as they're both back.
And here's the punt. It's a nice spiraling kick, and Hensley has it at the 30, looking for some running room. Taken down immediately. I see what you mean. They threw that orange marker again. Yes. It looks like a flag coming down, but they're just marking it where the receiver catches the ball. Anyway, he's taken down at the 34-yard line. That's where McMinn will start their second drive.
No, most of the time it's like a dark-colored beanbag or something, but the bright orange, he's ready for a game day tomorrow is what that's telling me.
We got to talk about that game a little bit.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting. Hester in the backfield with Miller again. Got 3 down linemen. Here's Miller getting his first call. And he just pushes forward for about – there really wasn't much there, but he just pushed forward for about maybe 4 yards. I think he's up to the 38-yard line. So that was kind of a nothing play, but you pick up 4, 2nd down and 6.
And it's not unfamiliar for him to be in the backfield as a tailback because when they run the heavy package, that's where he's kind of been. Yep. Sometimes he's pushing Hester, who usually goes under center.
This time Hester keeps looking for some running room around the outside. And finally he's brought down. He's going to be short of the first down, and he wasn't really that far from breaking something there.
No, and
kind of ran into some traffic from his own players even.
And that's what it looked like. He was trying to cut it back and then just ran into his own blockers.
Well, that's a pickup of 5, so it's 3rd down and 1. This is where you like Miller back there. I think Miller, and he bruises straight up the middle. I mean, he was really hit at the line of scrimmage, and he just pushed forward for a couple of yards all the way up, actually, to the 47. It's another pickup of 4. I think that's what he's bringing out there. I mean, it's not it doesn't look like 4 yards, but it is. He just pushes the line. And I think that's only going to play into Hester keeping the ball and finding some open space as well. This time Hester up the middle. He kind of gets horse-collared there a little bit. A high tackle around his pads. That one, he looked like he looked to the sideline and said, "Yep, that's on me. I should have handed that one off."
Yeah, and
you probably know that pretty quickly.
That's going to take some work. I mean, let's be honest. They've had a week to kind of practice it, but those two are going to have to communicate a little bit and figure out what they're going to do.
That play went for 1 yard. It's 2nd down and 9. We're at the Cherokee 48-yard line. The call comes in from the sideline. Everybody's looking at their wrist to get the call. They put it up in the air here. They're really inching forward, and they do. It's Hensley again across the middle. Spins and gets the first down. I like going right back to Hensley with a pass.
Sure hands right there, getting it to Hensley, and so outstanding.
Second first down of this drive, and now they're at the Hamilton 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Snap to Hester. Handed to Miller up the middle. Guess what? 4 or 5 yards.
Just like clockwork right there.
Yeah, I like that. I'll tell you who else likes it. Coach Bo Cagle. If he can run, he's going to love it. Again, gets to the 38. So there you go, 4 more. 2nd down and 6. They're working pretty quickly. Here's a snap. They fake it this time. Hester keeps it around the left end. Lots of running room. He's going to have a first down. Nice job by the East Hamilton defender. He was almost ready to push him on the sideline, but he pulled back. So that's going to be down to the 29-yard line, a pickup of 9. Third first down.
Just keep it running.
So 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Gives to Miller around the left side. Finds some running room. Here he goes. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Needs to break a tackle in the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Miller, and touchdown, McMinn County. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Jaden Miller takes it 29 yards for the touchdown. He was running through traffic. But once he gets any space at all, nobody can catch him.
Well, he even, safety tried to catch up to him and just had to hang on for the ride.
Yeah, he did, into the end zone.
Outstanding play there by Jaden Miller.
Hester to hold, Sullins in to kick. That was a nice drive.
It was.
Nice drive. Here's the snap. It's down. Kick is up.
Watch out for the van.
Kick is good.
Almost hit a van coming down the road. The kick is good. So with 5:30 to go, McMinn leads 7-0. We'll take a 60-second break.
The McMinn County High School Sports Hall of Fame dinner and induction ceremony will
Count
be
on
held
Star
on
Regional
October
Medical Center to
14th
care for your
at
heart.
5 p.m.
We offer a range
in the
of cardiac
school
services
cafeteria
close to
and
home.
auditorium.
From healthy heart care to
Tickets
emergency
can be
cardiac
purchased
care
now
in our accredited
for
testing center,
$15 each at
we're
the
at the
school
heart of our
office.
community's health. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Take our free heart
A
health
special
assessment
thank you to our
online at
2022 silver
starregional.com.
sponsors, Athens Barnes Center, Edward Jones, Braxton Smith, Food City.
Are you frustrated with extensive lead times on materials you need for your home improvement or construction project? All Things Exterior has a great selection of materials, many of which they can get to you in a matter of days, not months. Need a metal roof? They've got you covered. Need new vinyl siding? They've got you covered. Need new gutters? They've got you covered. Don't forget about windows, doors, decks, and more. Go see what they can do for you at All Things Exterior, 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, McMinn has taken the lead over East Hamilton 7-0 at the 5 minute and 30-second mark. Here's the kick by Sullins. No doubt about this one. This one hits about halfway through the end zone. So Hamilton's going to take it. East Hamilton's going to take it. I used to just call them Hamilton. Takes it at their own 20-yard line.
Just an outstanding drive, taking quite a few minutes off the clock by the Cherokee offense, and it keeps East Hamilton's offense off the field. That's going to be the key. Sustained drives for the Cherokee offense will be good.
And I know it wasn't, but they made it look relatively easy, really.
They did.
I
agree 100%.
And we overlook, and I don't want to do it, but we do, that the offensive line is making some holes in there. They're doing a great job. Here's Bullard, going to hand off to Hinton. Hinton met by that defensive line. Also, we need to talk about them as we talk about the offensive line. Man, they have played stout all year, and they're going to pick up a 1 yard on the first carry there. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
And that was the two biggest question marks I think everybody had coming into this year. And you talk about two groups that have exceeded expectations, I think, and credit to all of those young men on both lines.
Absolutely. 100% agree. Bullard and Hinton in the backfield. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Straight run to the left side by Bullard. Here comes a linebacker flying through. It's Landon Fagans. Fagans filled the gap. He came up quick.
He did, and credit to him for that vision he can see, because the defensive line just kind of were held up essentially by the linemen, and he found the gap and got there.
Another yard gained, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8 from the 22.
And I know East Hamilton, they want to pick up this first down, but they're taking their time. They don't want the McMinn offense back out there. Play a game of keep away.
Going to roll. Nope. Throws back to the near side. It's dropped. It's low throw. That's 3 throws that he's tried. They're all low. That one perhaps should have been caught. It was about knee high, but I'm not sure he was going to pick up 8 yards.
Yeah, Cole, a very big wide receiver, had to go down to try to get it, and it was just not possible. Listed at 6'3".
So that's going to bring up another punting situation. Davion Evans and Luke Hensley are back. They're standing between their own 40 and 45-yard line. The ball's resting right now on the East Hamilton 22. There's 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. McMinn leads 7-0. The snap, kick is away. It's a good kick, good high kick. It's going to be taken by Hensley at the 35 to the 40. I almost said flag down again every time I see that marker come out. Hensley's taken down nonetheless at the 44-yard line. So McMinn starts their third possession of the game from their own 44-yard line. If you joined us a little bit late, their first possession was on the East Hamilton 47, but on the first play of the game, a completed pass to Luke Hensley was fumbled, and East Hamilton got it right back. Then a nice long drive on the second possession put the Cherokees up 7-0. That's where we're at. 3:58 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Now Davion Evans has entered the game in the backfield, brings a little different skill set and look back there.
And that's just McMinn County. I mean, you had Caden Hester as a wide receiver with Miller at quarterback. They've just moved, but it's almost like you've got a new set of weapons out there.
Absolutely. Hester now moves Davion Evans to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quick pass to Faulkner. Tries to pick up a block, but East Hamilton's pretty quick on the perimeter out there.
They are, and hey, McMinn County throwing it well already. Just wanting to throw it early. Thought we'd see just a lot of runs, but going to try to spread it out and get it out on the perimeter as well.
Mark it at the 47, so it's a pickup of 3. It's 2nd down and 7. Here comes Davion Evans up the middle, finds some running room, keeps skipping around right through the middle there, and takes it up to the East Howard 48-yard line.
He was dragging number 88, Ben Cole, up the field with him there.
Third and 2. And now here comes Jaden Miller into the game. The coaches stop, send Miller in.
You got to think up the middle with Jaden Miller right here. Any short yardage situation.
And I got to think East Hamilton's thinking. They got 2 linebackers up close to the line of scrimmage. It does go to Miller. He's trying to grind, but 4 or 5 different East Hamilton defenders there. He's not going to have it. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Actually loses a yard back to the 49. So maybe that might have been a little too obvious running him in there. Cherokee's down on the ball real quick on 4th down and 3. Now they look over to the sideline. Ball is just over midfield. So this is a little risky. Hensley to the far side. Hayden Smith to the far side, flanked out. Ethan Faulkner on the near side. They're going to give to Miller around the left side. He's going to fight forward for the first down.
There it is. And good blocking up front, getting him a hole and him just creating.
Nice run right there by Jaden Miller. And the ball's going to be spotted at the 45-yard line. Needed 3, got 4. Big first down right there. And a big risk. Going for 4th down right at midfield in a 7-0 ball game. 1:48 to go in the first quarter. Already entertaining. Here's the snap to Hester. Looks to the outside. Now they're going to throw deep. Ooh, we had a man there. Overthrew Hayden Smith. He faked that little wide receiver screen over that quick pass to the left side, and Hayden Smith just went down the middle of the field and had a step or 2 on the defender.
And Hester knew it. He got knocked to the ground pretty hard, but he gave himself a slap in the helmet because he knew he overthrew Hayden Smith, a couple of basketball teammates there as well.
And I think that's where he's got to get into that motion of putting a little bit more air under the ball and letting his receivers run to it. Miller in the backfield. It's going to be thrown to Dakota Thompson on the near side of the field. It's complete, but it's a short gain. Tried to pick up a block. So this is going to be marked at the 44-yard line. Might have lost a yard. And they did.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
It certainly looks like a passing situation here. Back to pass is Hester under pressure. And he trips and falls. He was trying to make a move. Boy, he had an opportunity there to pass it out to Jaden Miller.
Slips down, brings up.
And at the last second decides to make a move, cut it back into the middle of the field, but just lost his footing. So the ball's back at the 46, so it's a loss of 2 yards. So credit East Hamilton defense for toughening up right there. Sullins in the punt. He'll be kicking from about the 45-yard line. It's a spiraling kick that's going to hit inside the 20 down to the 15. I think that's where it's going to be marked. We'll call it the 16-yard line. So East Hamilton takes over at their own 16-yard line. Not the greatest field position. Oh, nope, they moved it up another yard on me. Up to the 17-yard line.
First and 10 from the 17.
Punters are getting in some work today.
Well, that's all 3 facets we knew were going to play a part, and so far it has.
It's been a quick first quarter, only 23 seconds to go. Bullard and Hinton in the backfield. First and 10, ball at the 17. Here's a quick out. And needs some help out there. Fagans comes and makes the tackle, but not before they're going to pick up 5 or 6 yards.
They finally got a pass up high enough.
So Devon Harrelson out there. Number 1. And the clock has stopped.
I guess they're going to say he did get tackled out of bounds.
Yep.
2nd and 3.
Ball's up to the 24-yard line. This time Bullard's going to keep. He was almost hit. There's a flag down. He's going to go down the sideline, but there's a flag at the line of scrimmage inside the 20, inside the 10, knocked out.
There's 2 holds anyway.
Yeah, he's knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line, but there's a flag down at the 22-yard line. So let's just make sure that it is what we think it is. 4.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Bullard showed that speed up the sideline, even getting the clear from the hold. But
everybody's walking back, so it is going to be a hold. And another big break. And what I tell you, on the East Hamilton side, you're getting a little frustrated over there off a couple of big plays brought back. So we'll see.
They're going to get one on the lineman down here.
Yeah,
on our right side of the field. But they also had one even towards the end of his run here by a wideout. So
yep.
It's going to get called on one end or the other.
Yeah,
Man's glad it's on the far end.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, when there are multiple flags, you take one penalty and you take the worst one.
Stepping it off from the 22, it looks like.
And although that did not work out for East Hamilton, it shows you what Bullard's capable of doing.
If he gets green light or green grass in front of him and nobody there, he's going to be hard to catch, just like Jaden Miller has been.
Yep. So it's going to bring up second and about 15 now. The ball on the 12-yard line. Bullard moves Hinton over to his right. This should be the last play of the high snap. He barely got it. They go back out to Harrelson again. It's played a little better this time. And that's going to be it's going to be a positive yardage up to the 17, but that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So McMinn leads it 7-0 over East Hamilton at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Osmond Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point at budget. No price tag can beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
At Simmons Bank Community Matters, since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our communities with empowered local leaders. I'm Shane Whaley, regional president of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, where McMinn leads 7-0 as we begin the second quarter action. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Bullard is still your quarterback. Hinton in the backfield to the right. He's going to look to pass. He's back to pass now under some pressure, being chased away, trying to find some running room. Going to be taken down for a loss of yardage, though. Back to about the 16-yard line.
Montgomery with a big blindside hit there as Bullard was running away from him.
And Bullard, if you notice, was getting frustrated. When he got up, he was taking that out on maybe even some teammates there. A little frustration showing. It's going to bring up 4th down and 11 and another punting situation for East Hamilton. Davion Evans, Luke Hensley back just over midfield. It's a good snap. Here is the kick. We got pretty close to it. It's going to be taken by Hensley. He breaks the tackle, comes down the sideline. It's a rough tackle there. I don't know if that was a face mask or horse collar, but a flag comes down. Hensley was able to return the ball inside the 45-yard line, but there was a flag at the end of the play, and I think that's going to be a personal foul against East Hamilton. Face mask is what they're going to call. So that's going to cost them 15, and the Cherokees are going to have very good field position right here. Miller and Hester coming into the backfield. We've seen Davion Evans in there. We haven't seen Cody Thompson in yet. So the ball is taken all the way down to the 28-yard line of East Hamilton. Excellent field position. Here is, it's going to be kept up the middle. That's Hester. He's going to be in the end zone. He fakes it to Miller and goes almost untouched, 28 yards into the end zone. 10:58 to go here in the second quarter. McMinn has stretched their lead to 13-0. Jared, there's a lot of weapons out there.
There is. I mean, if you're the linebackers, you're kind of having to read who it's going to, and if they sell the fake as good as they did right there, everybody cheats towards Miller, and it allows Hester to take it to the house.
They were lined up in that formation that they get in before they kick the extra point. Sometimes they go for 2 out of it. Now they've moved over in the traditional extra point formation. Sullen's in. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 10:58 to go in the second quarter. McMinn leads 14-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Now's the best time to take precautions against the flu. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned health smart pharmacy, has both the standard flu vaccine and the high-dose flu vaccine recommended to patients age 65 and older who may have weaker immune systems. The twindemic of both COVID-19 and flu infectious disease is also a good time. The 9 and 5-valent Moderna booster. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Smart, taking the time to listen and to care.
Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families since opening their doors in 2017. If you've thought about making pre-arrangements to take the burden off your family and make sure your wishes are carried out when the time comes, they'll treat you with respect and assist you with the process as though you're a member of their own family. They also accept pre-arrangements from other funeral homes. For a no-obligation consultation, give Robbie Tobey at Companion Funeral Home a call at 423-453-2302 or stop by 400 Southwest.
Rawls and Rivers back deep for the Hurricanes.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, the Cherokees are leading the Hurricanes of East Hamilton by a score of 14-0. We're just underway in the second quarter. The kick by Sullins goes into the end zone. So once again, East Hamilton is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Jared, some exciting football already out of the Cherokees tonight.
I'm telling you, when you've got the one-play drives, it really fires up the whole team because anybody loves it. I mean, it's one thing to punch it in from inside the 5, but when you can break off a big run like that, everybody gets fired up. The fans, the team, everybody.
Look at that defensive backfield right now. You've got Davion Evans, Luke Hensley, Jaden Miller, Caden Hester. That's pretty strong. It's pretty strong in the defense. Patel, Fagans, and Sliger in at linebacker. Empty backfield. Bullard's going to try to keep it over the left side, looking for some running room, but doesn't find much. Maybe a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
Bullard keeps.
Good job by the defense to not bite on the fake. That was a designed QB draw the whole time.
Yeah, sure was. He made that decision really quick.
Stopped by Fagans and Patel.
So Bullard comes to the line. Has Hinton back there. Now brings in, I think that's Harrelson. And Harrelson's, Bullard's going to keep up the middle, so giving us a little dose of our own medicine there.
Yep.
They fake it to Harrelson. Actually, I don't think that was Harrelson. I think that was Rawls that they moved in the backfield. But that was just a quarterback option read there. And Bullard turns it into a first down over the 35 to the 37. Pickup of 15.
And that's where he's dangerous.
Yep.
Give him that read, and he got a big enough hole from that senior leading offensive line.
If you got a guy back there that can read the defense on those, it is hard to defend that. They bring him back over again. This time they're going to, nope, it's going to be kept. It's going to be kept and then pitched out to
Rawls again.
Rawls, yeah, again. He's going to have some positive yardage, but the Cherokees played that pretty decently.
Luke Sliger about had his hand on the ball, just barely missed it, trying to get it off the pitch from Bullard there. But still, defense handles it, gets them stopped short.
Yeah, pickup of 3 on the play. It's 2nd down and 7, so Hinton in the backfield with Bullard. 2 receivers to the left, to the right. Here's a snap. It's a high snap, but Bullard brings it down, runs straight up the middle, has about 3 more yards, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nothing fancy there. We'll call it the 40. We'll call it the 43, I believe. Pickup of 3. It's 3rd down and a short 4. Looking to the sideline. Big play right here for the Cherokees if they could get another stop. 8:39 to go in the second quarter. Cherokees lead it 14-0. It's a fake pass. Bullard's going to keep it. He's trying to push forward, and he does. He's going to push over that first down marker. And that was all Bullard.
It was. He just kept driving the legs and picks up their second first down on this drive, which is their second of the ball game.
Yep. Up to the 49-yard line of East Hamilton, right near midfield now. He was stopped probably 2 yards short of the first down, and he just kept pushing those legs and moved 4 or 5 Cherokees with him. He's a strong runner. Here comes Rawls again now. There's a whistle and some movement. It's a procedure call. It's going to cost them 5. Yeah, they're all of a sudden using Jake Rawls coming in motion there, and it's confusing the Cherokees just a bit.
They're having to find their own little wrinkle of offense there, trying to switch it up.
Back 5 yards, 1st down and 15 now, ball at the 44. They do it again. Here comes Rawls. This time, they're going to option it. It's a long pitch out there to Rawls. Rawls has got positive yardage inside the 40-yard line. He pitched that to Rawls probably 10 yards.
Yeah.
And it was almost a forward pass.
It was.
They were almost even. But it's all the way down inside the 40, right at the 35-yard line of McMinn. It's a pickup of about 21 yards. So they got something going here. I got a feeling we're going to interrupt that play right there.
Right there. Timeout.
Yep, timeout. We're going to talk about that a little bit. 7:22 to go. It's McMinn County 14. 7:22 to go in the second quarter, I should say. McMinn County 14, East Hamilton 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Hiawassee Builders Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiawassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens and a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiawassee believe their business is not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiawassee Builders Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, East Hamilton comes back onto the field. The ball's spotted at the 35-yard line of McMinn. It's first down and 10, and we're right back into action. Bullard and Hinton in the backfield. Bullard's having a good drive just on his own. He's back to pass. They're looking over the middle. It's batted down.
A good job by the defensive line to get their hands up. May have been Rouse or Aiden Wilson there, either of the 99 or 19 on the SWAT. So.
In the pregame tonight, we had some junior cheerleaders and dancers. I think grades 1 through 8 is what I heard, and they did an outstanding job. Probably 100 of them that performed 2 or 3 dances before the game tonight, and so a great job to all those young ladies and those that helped them as well. Second down and 10. Bullard in the backfield. He's in that shotgun position. Here's the snap. It's going to be handed to Hinton up the middle. And Hinton's going to be stopped after a short gain. Stop on the whistle, guys.
Yeah, it got a little. Fagans was in there, and I believe Rouse was in there on the bottom.
They're going to give him, I'm going to call it the 32. It's just over the 33. So it's going to be third down and 7, a long 7. Big play again here for the Cherokees. And they're going to roll Bullard to the right. There's Aiden Wilson to interrupt that. Now he's scrambling around, breaking tackles, and he's going to be really close to that first down again. The Cherokees have all but had him, and he is elusive and powerful when you get him.
He was kind of just jumping back and forth right there, being shifty. And they're going to give him the first down.
Sure are. He had to reach the 25. All he had to do was touch that 25-yard line, and that's exactly where they marked it. So they moved the chains, another first down. He wanted to roll to his right, and Aiden Wilson was there to stop that immediately. He turned back to his left, and from that point was just scrambling, and several Cherokees had a shot at him, couldn't bring him down. Here comes Rawls in motion. They're going to hand off up the middle. I think that is 12 running the football. Yep. Was that Hinton? I guess Hinton. That was Hinton up the middle. Thought they'd made a change there.
Hinton on the carry.
And Hinton's going to be close to another first down. We'll call it the 16-yard line.
Rouse.
Second down and 1.
And Patel brings up second and 1.
So Bullard and Hinton in the backfield again. Here comes Rawls in motion. This is what they're going to do. Now Rawls kind of sits in up there. They're going to hand it to Rawls around the right end, and he gets pushed but walks down the sideline. He's out of bounds. I think they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I think East Hamilton thinks they've scored a touchdown, but I think he's out of bounds at the 4 and is. He was walking the tight wire down the sideline there, but stepped out. Nonetheless, enough for the first down, so it's going to be first down and goal. I tell you, I would expect Bullard to keep it right down here.
And Rawls showing some speed there, getting around the outside edge and getting past a couple of defenders.
The officials
play clock reset.
The play clock was not reset. Now they have it. First and goal. Here's the snap. Bullard's going to keep it around the right end, and he's going to walk in the end zone. Untouched. Nice blocking there by East Hamilton. And with 5:15 to go in the second quarter, East Hamilton's fought their way right back into this football game. It's 14-6.
And you knew they wouldn't go away. They finally just got their offense clicking a little bit there and defense just going to have to buckle down the next time out.
So Ethan Hickson in for the extra point.
Goyo to attempt extra
There's
point.
the snap. It's up.
Kick is
And it's good. So 5:15 to go in the second quarter. McMinn leads 14-6. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee Athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966, and under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors today and tell them the voice of the Cherokees, Terry Patrick, sent you.
There's more than you think at Tennessee Wesleyan University. Over 30 traditional undergraduate academic programs are complemented by master's degrees in teaching, business, nursing, and occupational therapy. If you have some college under your belt and want to finish what you've started, TWU offers degree completion in nursing, management, and criminal justice, all three of which are completely online. So, however you're looking to earn your college degree, TWU has a place for you. For more, visit tnwesleyan.edu.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 5:15 to go. The score is McMinn 14, East Hamilton 7. The extra point was good. So a touchdown lead here for the Cherokees halfway through the second quarter. Remember that McMinn will get the ball coming back out in the second half, and, Jared, that's looking better. Here's the kick, and, boy, it's a long kick as well into the back of the end zone. So you talked about Hickson. Nice kick right there.
Yes.
So the Cherokees will take over at their own 20-yard line.
And I've said it all year, Terry Stansel will say it, it's a weapon at the high school level to have somebody that can start the opposing team on the 20-yard line.
Davion Evans comes into the backfield at running back. Caden Hester is back there. Hayden Smith is flanked out to the near side. They have three receivers out to the right. He moves Davion Evans to his right. He's going to hand off to Evans, looking for some running room. Finds just a little and kind of did it all on his own. Wasn't much of any place for him to go, but he's going to move it up to the 23-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 from there.
Stopped by Liffick, Bullard, and Brown.
Look for one of those quick passes to Hensley soon. Here is Evans around the left side. Now he finds some running room. He's outside the 35 over the 40-yard line. Some good downfield blocking by Hayden Smith, and always good not to get the hold out there.
Yes.
It's so easy to do with those cornerbacks. He's actually going to move it over the 40 to the 41. And that gives them a little bit of breathing room back there. Davion Evans stays in the game. This time, he'll get it to the right side. Makes a move up over the 45, still running, close to midfield.
Just another example of what McMinn County has in the backfield. Looks like he's going to get stopped just across the line of scrimmage and rocks it off.
Pulled it back to the 47. He must have put a knee down or something back there. He needed a breather, and now Jaden Miller's in at running back.
2nd and 4.
That's the other side of it, is the defense doesn't get any rest.
Nope. They fake it to Miller. Here's that pass to Luke Hensley. He's going to have to break a tackle. He breaks one, gets over the 50-yard line into East Howard territory at the 49. That's going to be really close to a first down. I think that they should give it to them. You're going to look at it. Yep, they're going to move it. So East Hamilton, 49-yard line.
That's a good play call there. Defense is probably expecting Miller and get a quick out, and good moves by Luke Hensley. He catches it and makes a couple of moves to get the first down.
Well, he is a step away from breaking those. 1st and 10, just over midfield. Hester will hand to Miller. Miller looking for some running room, finds it. He's grinding downfield inside the 40, still on his feet, inside the 35. They can't get him down. He's inside the 30.
Wow.
Now that's some good running right there. Patient and power.
And he never stopped his legs. A lot of times runners will get stopped even when he's making a cut. he's got his feet moving, driving, and what a run by Jaden Miller there. And credit the blocking on the outside.
20-yard run. That was as pretty a 20-yard run as you'll see.
Oh, yeah, and he was fighting for it, too.
Yeah, it was.
Just when he thought they had him, he breaks it and gets about 5 more yards out of it.
2 receivers to the right. Dakota Thompson, nobody's on him out there, or at least on him close. Now looking downfield. They had a pass opportunity to Hayden Smith. The ball maybe just a little bit low, and Smith couldn't pull it in.
Intended for Smith.
He was wide open, Jared.
Yeah, he was, and he knew it too. Had to go down to try to get it a little bit, but
they have to be so concentrated on that run right now that the pass game is open. Here's Hester. He's going to keep it. Needs a block from Miller. Got a little bit of a block, but I think his knee went down. He's going to be in maybe down to the 28-yard line, maybe a pickup of 1.
Stopped by Lewis.
And he turned that into at least a positive yard because it was going to be a big loss.
Yep. Not a lot there, really. So it's 3rd down. About 9 to go.
Definitely a long 9 to go.
Yeah. Taking a little bit of time to get the play. The play clock is at 0. It's not even on.
They seem to have been having issues. They've had to reset it several times.
They may be keeping it on the field right now. Well, since it's not running, McMinn's taking their own sweet time.
That'll be getting close to it.
Yep. Here's the snap. They fake it to Hensley. Now throwing up in the air. It's just overthrown. I think that was Grady Prince down the right side. Just overthrew him a little bit. So here comes Spencer Sullins into the game. It's 4th and 9. So they're gonna try a field goal from here. It's gonna be set down. Let's see where they're gonna set it down at. A little bit of confusion, making sure we got 11 players out there. They're going to set it down on the 37. We'll call it the 37-yard line. It's a 47-yard field goal attempt. It's down. The kick is up. It's not pretty. It is no good. That one just never got up into the air very much.
Just trying to kick it low enough to keep the distance, although we know his practice long is 61. You still got to kick them low.
Yep. So no fruit there for the Cherokees. 2 minutes to go in the first half. They lead at 14-7. We expected a close football game, and we're getting one.
We are. Although it looked to be more favorable for the Cherokees after the first couple of series.
Well, it even feels that way to me. It feels like we should be up by maybe another score at this point. But we got to stop this East Hamilton offense. Here's Howard now throwing a pass out to the left side, and he's going to be taken down for no gain, maybe even a loss.
Bullard just getting out of his hand quick there over to Cole.
Nothing there, so they're going to mark it at the 20-yard line.
Miller, Fagans, and Montgomery.
So they gave him the line of scrimmage.
Yep, 2nd down and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Bullard and Hinton in the backfield. Clock now at 1:22. They're going, nope, Bullard's going to keep it around the left side. Breaks a tackle. Gets pushed out of bounds by Hayden Smith on the far side of the field. He's going to have a couple of yards.
Out of bounds by Smith.
Actually up to the 24, so he gains 4 yards on the play. Clock is stopped at 1:13, but it's 3rd down and 6.
Big down here for the Cherokee defense once again.
Yeah, this is you stop them right here, and McMinn starts using some timeouts.
3rd and 6 for the Hurricanes.
Here comes Rawls in motion. They hand it to Hinton up the middle, and there's just nothing there. And that time I think that Bullard probably read that one wrong. So he's up to about the 26-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Smart timeout there by McMinn County. They're at least going to try to punch it in the end zone or get another field goal attempt for Spencer Sullins.
Yeah, well, we know they can score quickly.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Caden Hester can ran it in about 16 seconds, it looked like.
We got right into the ball game when we came on air and went straight to the kickoff, but some other things that were happening. I know when the Cherokees were coming onto the field, we had the Cherokee and the horse running in front of them, and that's always exciting. And that horse can move on, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is across the field really quickly. Then East Hamilton comes onto the field, and they are led out by a United States Marine in his dress blues carrying a Marine flag. So it was an exciting opening to this game. It always is like that here at Cherokee Stadium. So 4th down and 4. It's a punting situation. Hensley's the lone back. So now Faulkner is running out there. Yep, they were a man short there. So here is the punt. And it's going to be Faulkner, who just ran into the game, takes it at the 40. He's going to try to get to the near side. There's nothing there. So he's going to be taken down at about the 42-yard line. That's where McMinn takes over with 54 seconds.
Faulkner on the return.
And McMinn's shown they can throw the deep ball. They just have to connect. Hester's got to put, as you said, put a little bit more air on it there and let one of these receivers run up under it. But you also got to think East Hamilton, well, we'll see if they drop anybody deep.
Yeah, and if they don't, then it opens up, the run game again. You might see Hester keep one here. There's an offsides by East Hamilton. That's going to cost them 5 yards. That'll move the ball up to the 47-yard line with the penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 5.
5 yards without the clock running.
Makes it 1st and 5.
Miller's in the backfield right now, along with Hester at quarterback. And they're going to hand it to Miller. He's looking for some running room. Fights across the 1st down marker. He's into East Hamilton territory down to the East Hamilton 47, so it's a pickup of 6 yards.
But there's a flag down. So
flag back on the 45-yard line.
It's going to be a hold on McMinn.
Tough call there when you're trying to do something with 46 seconds to go.
Barcelona.
But they won't quit. I think this is going to be stepped off back to the 35. And that's where they place it.
Holding against the Cherokees.
Tough break there for McMinn. They're back on the ball, though. Need a big play.
1st and 17.
Got some numbers here on the near side. They're going to roll to the left. And Hester looking to pass, going to have to throw against the grain. He finds Hensley in the middle of the field. Hensley is so fast. He's up over the 50 inside the 45.
Hester's pass complete to Hensley.
That's going to be a 1st down. Nice throw and a tough throw. Throwing against your body, rolling to your left for a right-handed quarterback. Ball on the 42-yard line of East Hamilton. Back to pass again. Now Hester's got to move around a little bit. Now he's going to throw over the middle of the field. Dakota Thompson's there to get it at the 25-yard line. So it's another 1st down. They'll move the chains.
Clock at 17 and a half seconds here.
McMinn's scoreboard show now it's running again. Got to go quick. Here's a handoff to Jaden Miller. He's looking for running room inside the 20. They need a timeout quick. 4.8 seconds to go. So this is going to be another opportunity, I believe, for Sullins. Ball is at the 18-yard line of East Hamilton. It's going to be a little shorter field goal attempt right here. The timeout is called. We're going to stay right here with it. 4.8 seconds to go here in the 1st half. McMinn leads it 14-7. 3 right here is pretty big, Jared.
It is, and at least let you get some points on the board, and then you get the ball coming out of the half, I believe, yes. East Hamilton got it to start the game, so McMinn gets it coming out of the locker room. So.
That's a great point. You put up 3 right here, you're up 2 possessions, and then you're going to get the ball again coming out in the 2nd half. So we'll see. Looks like they're going to spot this somewhere around the 26 or 27-yard line. Yep, 27. So it's going to be a 37. The last one was a 47-yard attempt that fell no good. This one's going to be 37. Some movement around on the offensive line there. Here's the snap. Kick is down. Kick is up. And it is no good. I think it was pushed to the left. There was a little problem with the snap there getting it down. So missed field goal of 37 yards is going to bring us to halftime. And at halftime, it's McMinn County 14, East Hamilton 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Capstar Bank, we are listening. We want to earn not just your business, but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank you've ever encountered. Capstar Bank, with locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank, we're listening. Remember, FDIC, equal housing lender.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life. So your mattress is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. When it comes to comfort, one size doesn't fit all. The friendly staff at Plaza Electronics can help you find the right fit with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, High Comfort, and Beauty Rest. They also have lift beds and lift chairs, offering free delivery and setup, 12 months same as cash. Proudly serving this area for over 32 years, Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Visit them at the new location in the former home of Staples at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens.
We're back at Cherokee Stadium. It's halftime here for a big non-region game between East Hamilton and McMinn County. McMinn leads at the half 14-7. Here's how it happened. McMinn wins the toss. They defer to the second half. East Hamilton gets the ball. They go 3 and out and punt. McMinn County gets it at the East Hamilton 47. They're in great shape, good field position. And on the first play, they complete a pass to Luke Hensley. He's got enough for the first down or very close to it, but the ball gets punched out, and it's a fumble, and East Hamilton takes over at the 36-yard line, their own 36. East Hamilton, again, would suffer a penalty but go 3 and out. They'd have to punt again. McMinn takes over and really has one of the nicest drives of the season. They take over at their own 34-yard line, and they go 8 plays. And with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's a 29-yard touchdown run by Jaden Miller. The extra point is good, and McMinn County leads 7-0. East Hamilton takes the ball at their own 20. Once again, they go 3 plays and out. They punt to McMinn. McMinn takes it over at their own 44-yard line. They get a good drive going, but it stalls after 7 plays. They have to punt as well. East Hamilton gets it. They pick up 1 first down on their 4th possession of the game, but they are forced to punt as well. We're into the second quarter, and that's where McMinn in 1 play. They take over at the East Hamilton 28-yard line. They go 1 play with 10:58 to go, a 28-yard touchdown run by Caden Hester. Extra point good by Sullins, and all of a sudden, just as we start the second quarter, looking good for the Cherokees. They're up 14-0. But East Hamilton would answer. They take it over at their own 20 after the kickoff, go on a nice play, a nice touchdown drive of 12 plays, 5 first downs, and with 5:15 to go in the second quarter, they get a 4-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Bullard, who's been very impressive here. The extra point is good by Hickson, and all of a sudden it's a game again, 14-7. McMinn has 2 opportunities to score in the remaining time left in the second quarter. McMinn takes over on their 20. They go 8 plays. They get it to the East Hamilton 28-yard line. They come in. Sullins comes in to try a field goal from 47 yards, but it is no good. Never got any much height. I think it went to the left as well. East Hamilton goes 3 and out. They're forced to punt as time is getting close to running out in the second quarter. McMinn takes over at their 42-yard line. They get a couple of first downs on some nice passes. They drive it to the East Hamilton 18, but another missed field goal by Sullins, this time from 37 yards, ends the half. So, Jared, this game's got a kind of a weird feel to it. I felt like we really won the first half, and I guess we did. It's 14-7 McMinn, but boy, it sure feels like you should be up another score or two.
Especially the way the McMinn offense has been moving the whole game. East Hamilton's been kind of slower getting theirs going, but once they did, they started moving the ball pretty easy. But I agree with you. It felt like momentum has been on McMinn's side. It's just the scoreboard maybe doesn't show all of that momentum at the moment.
Even if Sullins is able to put that 37-yarder through, it feels and looks a little better at 17-7, but you're not there. It's still a one-possession game, and in fact, if East Hamilton scored and went for two, they could take the lead. So that's how it's going here. Well, I had the opportunity this week to speak with junior linebacker Landon Fagans. This is a fine, fine young man that I had the opportunity to speak with. He is our guest tonight on Cherokee Chat. And so right now we're going to go to that recording of the interview, and then when we come back, I tell you, after Cherokee Chat, we'll take a 60-second break after that, and then we'll come back to Cherokee Stadium, and we'll have scores from around the area, and we'll have the first half stats as well. But for now, it's Cherokee Chat.
Welcome to Cherokee Chat. I'm joined by junior linebacker Landon Fagans. Landon, welcome to Cherokee Chat, and congratulations to you and the Cherokees on a great season thus far. I want to start with you by looking back at your freshman year of the 2020 season. Very few players find a spot in the starting lineup their freshman year, but you were able to do that on really arguably one of the best teams that have come through McMinn County, that 2020 team. Other people say that have been around a lot longer than I have. What were some takeaways from that first season? What do you remember about being a freshman and playing that 2020 season?
I mean, there's just a lot of maturity on the team with a lot of the guys on there. And I think the biggest thing, a reason why we were so dominant, not just on offense but on defense, was with how aggressive we were. And so I think that's really helped me. It's carried me through my sophomore and junior year, just going to the ball and trying to lead. So,
I know a lot of times for freshmen, or when you see your first varsity action, it's really fast. Things are happening really fast. Yeah. I know by now they've slowed down for you, but even that freshman year, from beginning to end, did the pace of the game slow down for you?
It was a huge change. Like at first, I was nervous. I would just shake before every game. I didn't know what was happening. A lot of the guys were bigger than me. And then Coach Bennett really helped me slow it down and start to read, and I got better towards the end of the year, so it helps. So,
absolutely. So, Landon, this year, statistically, you're at 55 total tackles. That's 27 solo, 28 assists. You're averaging 11 tackles per game. So you just continually are improving your game. Talk to our listeners a little bit about what you worked on in the off season to fine-tune your game for this year.
Well, the biggest thing was I knew that I would have to gain a couple pounds. So what I did was I just really worked out here in the gym. We were big on back squat and front squat. And then I started to run a little bit more because the biggest thing I could work on is my speed. And then I went to a couple college camps, and so I knew I'd have to show up there. So it was really just about getting stronger and really filling out my physique. So
very good. Last year at this time, you guys were 2-3 overall, but only 1-1 in the region. And you had, of course, that loss to Ray County. This year, you flipped that game versus Ray. Find yourself squarely in the hunt for a region championship. How important is that championship to this team, and do you guys talk about it?
I mean, we always talk about it. Like, we want to, win the region, and I know the seniors would really like it. But the biggest thing was I think it gave us a confidence booster, beating Ray, beating Howard. And so the main people we're on the hunt for right now is Walker Valley, because I'm pretty sure they're ranked above us. So that'll be a good game. We've never lost to them. I don't think we will this year. So
exactly. And, of course, for our listeners, the importance of not only winning championships is when you get that 1 and 2 seed, you're at home for the playoffs, and it's really about seeding now at this point, and how high you can get.
I agree with you.
All right, so I think I know the answer to this question, but is it a goal for you to play at the next level, and that is college football?
Yes, it is. Like, I think since I was a freshman, the biggest thing for me was just to achieve the goal of getting playing time and everything. And once I started to do that, and once I started to show that I could produce, that's when I went to the college level. And so I've had some attention there with going to a junior day visit my sophomore year, and now I'm going to a couple game day visits. I went to one at Mercer this week, and I'll go to one at Austin Peay. So it's definitely a on that I think I can achieve, D1, D2, any of that. So, yeah.
Well, it's really impressive that you're getting those contacts and interests even in your junior year. At this point, getting those visits. So, as you move on into the college ranks, and I squarely believe that will be you'll be playing some football.
Yes, sir.
But what are any career interests at this point, or is that something you'd be?
Well, I mean, a thing we do here at school is this thing called like Try TV, and I really enjoy getting to like interview people and kind of being in front of the camera and helping out there. So I am taking dual enrollment right now in that. So that's something that could carry on in college, possibly being in front of the TV, whether that be the news or sports, something like that. So I think that'd be cool to go into. So
absolutely, absolutely, man. You may be helping us on the broadcast.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
in the future for sure.
That'd be sick.
Landon, let's step away a little bit from football, and I know it's important to you, but what are some other interests, maybe hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
Man, I really enjoy, and this kind of happened once I got a car. I love juicing up cars, like on the outside. I mean, it's fun. I had an old banged up Nissan Versa, put some wheels on it, stuff like that. Then I had a Rogue. A crash happened, but some good came out of that. I got a new car. We got the insurance money, and so I put some wheels on it, did some design. So I like to do that. Hanging out with my friends is a big one. Luke Slager, Grady Prince, the Prince brothers.
Yep.
And just, I mean, living life. I think life's too short to always just be focused on one thing. There is time for it.
Sure.
But I think you got to, live your teenage years, and that's what I'm doing.
Now, going back to that crash, nobody hurt in there.
No one hurt. It was just kind of like shocking, but we are all good. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. That's a really good interest.
Yes, sir.
Well, Landon, finally, I know that you enjoy great family support on Friday nights. Just talk to me a little bit about the special people that are here for you on Friday night.
Yeah. I would have to start off with my mom and just the family there. She's always been my number one supporter, and my brother got to come back from, I want to say it was France, because his visa, something messed up there. So he was back for about 2 weeks. It was good getting to see him. He was supporting me. My sisters, my girlfriend's family, actually, they're big supporters of me.
Yep.
My father and his wife, they come to the games.
Sure.
And then, just my friend's family. It's all kind of one big interlinked thing, and it's good to know that you have support, win or lose.
There's just something special about being out there on the field, and we do this. I see it happening both home games and away. But when the game is over, win or lose, and we hope we win a lot. But win or lose, families out there, and it's just a nice time to get there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing in this community, family. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Landon, and keep up the good work. You've been listening to Cherokee Chat with junior linebacker Landon Fagans. Landon is number 41. If you're at the stadium taking a look for him, he's number 41. We're going to take a short break and be back with halftime statistics and scores from around the area. You're listening to Cherokee Football on 101.7 FM WJSQ. Back in 60 seconds.
Athens Insurance, we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. Nothing that we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see you through. There's nothing to cover us to handle, nothing that we can't do. At Athens Insurance, we'll be here for you.
Athens Insurance, serving East Tennessee since 1931.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center for emergency care close to home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including the higher levels of hard care found in an accredited chest pain center. Because when illnesses, injuries, strokes, and heart attacks strike, every minute matters. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Learn more at starregional.com.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, and we are joined now by Terry Stansel, our statistician. And Terry, let's take a look at first half statistics.
Okay, for East Hamilton, 7 first downs, 92 yards on the ground on 20 carries for a 4.6 yard average, 18 yards in the air for 110 yards for the first half. Penalized 5 times, 45 yards, punted the ball 5 times for 181 yards, 36.2 yard average. Individually, 1 Bullard, 12 carries, 52 yards. Mike Hinton, 5 carries, 17 yards. Jake Ross, 3 for 23. 1 Bullard is 3 of 8 in the air, no interceptions, 18 yards. Leading receiver is Devon Harrelson, 2 receptions, 12 yards. For our Cherokees, 8 first downs, 143 yards on the ground on 18 carries, averaging 7.9 yards a carry. 46 yards in the air for a total first half of 189 yards. Fumbled once, lost that. Penalized one time for 10 yards. Punted the ball once for 29. Individually, Jaden Miller, 8 carries, 69 yards. Caden Hester, 6 for 42. Davion Evans, 4 for 32. Caden Hester is 7 of 10 in the air for 46 yards. Luke Hensley, 4 receptions, 33 yards. Ethan Faulkner, 2 for 12. Dakota Thompson, 1 for 1.
All right, Terry. Well, let's talk about the game a little bit. This first half, I know that Jared, what we were kind of talking about is it just kind of has a feel to it, like we should be another score or so ahead.
Yes,
we've had the momentum, but haven't
just like
translated to the scoreboard.
That last push we had going down the field, I assumed we were going to just take her out in, but like you said, we fizzled out. Couple of odd things for Spencer to miss a couple of field goals. I couldn't tell on the second one, but the first one looked like it might have been a bad hold because the kick was so low. I couldn't really tell. But McMahon's really defense is pesky.
Yeah,
really playing extremely well. And you look at East Hamilton, it looks like they're just about ready to break one, and then McMahon's right there.
Yeah,
just playing extremely well for right now.
There was one drive in particular that was, that was that drive that went about 9 plays that we score on. It's that first score that ends with a 29-yard touchdown run for Miller. But at times, Miller and Hester have looked really good back there together, haven't they?
Absolutely. What a great – you got some great running backs right now. And what's so unique is I think Jaden's run was 29 yards and Caden's was 28.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty amazing for our two seniors to be that close together running those touchdowns.
And then Davion coming in there.
Yes,
a little
running really hard.
Different mix in there. Let's look at the region, guys, and jump in here, Jared. Of course, Region 4-5A, which is where McMinn plays. McMinn 2-0 in the region with wins over Howard and Ray County. They're 3-2 overall. Walker Valley at 1-0. They have a win over Ottawa. Now let's stop there and look at Walker Valley. What they got headed towards them right now. They are at Walker Valley, but hosting Cleveland tonight. But then they go on the road to Ray County, then on the road here. So they've got some work to do in front of them.
Yes, they do.
I think by the time they get here, after playing Cleveland and Ray County, they could be beat up a little bit by the time they roll in here.
Let's hope they are.
So we've got that one circled, absolutely. October the 14th, Walker Valley will visit here. Ray County is at 1-1, 1-3 overall. Their only region win thus far against Ottawa. Howard is 0-1, Ottawa 0-2. That's what Region 4-5A looks like. Again, McMinn County right now on top of the region. For East Hamilton, just to kind of let you know, who are these guys playing in their region? Pretty tough region there, too. Red Bank, 2-0. They're atop that region. That is Region 3-4A. Their classification below McMinn County. And Red Bank's 4-0. Chattanooga Central 2-1, 3-2. Then East Hamilton 2-0 and 3-1 overall. Hickson is 2-1, 3-2. Then Soddy Daisy at 1-2. East Ridge 0-2. Sequoia 0-3. But the top half of that region, pretty tough there with Red Bank, Chattanooga Central, and East Hamilton.
Yes, absolutely. That's a tough region right there.
So they've got some things to play for in their region as well. And then finally, Jared, I wanted to take a look opposite McMinn. Now maybe it's a tad early, but we're going to be matched up with these guys. So in region play, Powell right now on top of the region, even though they're 3-2 overall, they're 2-0 in the region. Oak Ridge also 2-0. You could really say they're tied. They're 3-2. Then Carnes at 1-1. Campbell County at 1-1. Clinton at 0-2. Lenoir City at 0-2. So, man, plenty of reason for McMinn to stay in that number 1 or number 2 seed and not run into Powell or Oak Ridge little farther down the playoff run.
And you finish 1 or 2, you're going to host at least the first round. If you finish 1, you should be hosting the second round as well. So it'll be key to see how the Cherokees can finish this season.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's a big game against Walker Valley.
Oh, it's huge.
All right, Jared, you got some scores for us.
Yes, the Simmons Bank scoreboard. Looking up in the Tri-Cities area, Maryville made the trip up there. It's a 6A matchup between Maryville and Science Hill. In the third quarter, Maryville is up 28-7 over the Hilltoppers. Greenville against Dobbins-Bennett, 14-7. Greenville in front. That's a battle of unbeatens. That's in the third quarter. Switching down, these are Region 2 host sites. Harriman is losing at Rockwood 33-0 in the second. Farragut up at half over South Doyle. That's a 6A versus 4A matchup. 49-14, the Admirals up. Dropping down, Bearden at 6A and another 4A matchup between Bearden at Fulton. Bearden is up 29-13 at the half. 5A, 6A matchup, Knox Central winning currently at half 7-6 over the host Hardin Valley, who is in the old region that McMinn left. Carnes is one of those 5A opponents in Region 3. They are down 28-21 on the road at Carter, third quarter in that one. Carter's one that beat Walker Valley a couple of weeks ago. 4A matchup, Elizabethton, Anderson County. Elizabethton is up 21-7 in the second quarter. Wow. Anderson County undefeated currently, 5-0. Maryville Heritage is up 34-0 at the half over Seymour. That's a 4A, 5A matchup. Powell against Halls, not a close by any means over there or anything, but that is a 20-3 half score in favor of Powell currently. Last night, Knox West has been the only Knox County team since 2011, so 21 years, to knock off Alcoa. They beat them 29-26 last year. Wow. So anybody other than Maryville in the Knox County area, it's been Knox West.
That's a nice run. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Let's see. Ottawa is playing at Baylor. I have no score on that one updated currently.
By the way, we have more dancing going on behind us.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I'm gathering most of our listeners can hear that.
Yes. Austin East at Brainerd. Brainerd winning 12-6 at the half. That's a 3A matchup. Clinton is making the trip, or hosting Chattanooga Central in the 5A matchup there. They are up 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. Kingston leading Campbell County, another 5A team, 20-13 at the half. Loudon, a future opponent of McMinn County, is up on Greenback at home, 27-7 at the half. Across the county, it's Meigs County and McMinn Central squaring off in Inglewood, and the Tigers are up 14-7 at the half right there. So that one's going to be a good physical battle finish, right there. Ray County at Red Bank, that's a tough matchup for the Golden Eagles, and it is 0-0 at the half. All right. Sweetwater is up 29-0 over Sequoia on the road at the half. East Ridge, who is a team that is 0-5, looking for their first win and square off against East Hamilton in that region. They are up 14-3 over Signal Mountain on the road. Okay. Polk County losing on the road to Cumberland County 10-6 at the half. Howard is currently leading Hickson at home 8-6 in the second quarter. So Howard looking for their second win. Good. Of course, McMinn County, East Hamilton's 14-7. Walker Valley is trailing Cleveland in the second quarter 20-0 at home. So
very good. Thank you, Jared, for that Simmons Bank scoreboard report, guys. Let's hold on here and let's win this second half.
Second half.
Yep,
it is. And it's I told you it's going to take all three facets of the game. Unfortunately, the field goal kicking has kind of been suspect, but the holds have been kind of
two ways. One way to look at that is like, boy, you can't let a team stay around, and that's not good. But then I can also see, I've seen guys that, maybe they miss a couple of field goals for whatever reason, to hold the kick or what, and then they come back and win the thing at the end. So there's redemption there. So who knows what the second half is going to hold. So, well, we're about ready to kick it off. We're going to take one more 30-second break. One 30-second break, and we'll be back for the second half kickoff.
Are you frustrated with extensive lead times on materials you need for your home improvement or construction projects? All Things Exterior has a great selection of materials, many of which they can get to you in a matter of days, not months. Need a metal roof? They've got you covered. Need new vinyl siding? They've got you covered. Need new gutters? They've got you covered. Don't forget about windows, doors, decks, and more. Go see what they can do for you at All Things Exterior, 723 Congress Parkway South in Athens.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, and both teams now coming out onto the field. And again, Jared, that decision to defer and take the ball in the second half looking really good right now.
Yes, it is. Of course, you wanted to make a couple of kicks, but it'll be good to get the offense going back the same direction they were going when they scored earlier. But I want to say a minute, Terry, before they kick off. East Hamilton, we're playing Ottawa at the first of the year, and their defensive coordinator suffered a heart attack at halftime of that game. And so just thoughts and prayers to him. He's back. He had a triple bypass, but Coach Jones is their defensive coordinator, so they kind of been playing with some heavy hearts. But I saw he showed up to practice this last week, so it was good
deal.
for them.
Glad that he's able to make it back. Here is the kick by East Hamilton. That one goes through the end zone. And notice Jaden Miller was back there to return the kick, and that's something we haven't seen much of either.
That would be interesting as well.
So here we go. We're going to start the second half. McMinn's going to take over at their own 20-yard line. They're leading 14-7 as we begin the third quarter. Well, it'd be nice to take this thing down and put some points up early here in the second half. I think that is that Miller or Thompson made it? It was Miller in the backfield. It looks like we got some movement. There's a flag down. Likely
offsides.
Well, offsides on East Hamilton. All right, so
I'll take that one.
Offsides.
I didn't see anybody jump, so maybe they just lined up offsides. But we'll take it. It's going to be first down and 5. It is Jaden Miller in the backfield at running back. Caden Hester at quarterback. Hensley out to the left side. Hayden Smith out to the left side. They are going to give it to Miller around the right side. Finds some running room. Going to push his way up to the 30, and I think he's going to be right at the first down marker.
And really got stopped well before that, but just kept his legs driving.
Miller on the carry.
He does that well. And are they moving the flags?
By Harrelson.
Yeah.
I'm marking.
And left it.
Well,
just short.
I guess they marked him just short. I guess we have to call that the 29. Now there's the officials are taking a timeout there. I don't know. They might be talking about whether or not it was a first down. Yep, they're going to move it now.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was marked right. All it has to do is touch that line.
First down, Cherokee.
We'll take that one. This is the Cherokee's 10th first down of the ball game by my count.
Here is a run straight up the middle, and it's Jaden Miller again. He's going to be up to the 35-yard line. And again, one of those plays that didn't look like there was much there, but it's 5 yards.
Stopped by Lewis and Brown.
I feel like
makes it
Hester's going to take one and head to the end zone here shortly. Get enough of Jaden Miller, you got to start keying on him at some point. Grady Prince in at wide receiver. He's to the near side. Hensley to the outside. Smith to the outside. And there's a flag down before the snap.
False start.
Now we give that 5 right back up, unfortunately. So a false start will take it back to the 30. So it'll be second down and 10 and instead of second and 5. Could change the play call. Again, this offensive line for the Cherokees improving each game. They've done a good job. H-back goes into motion again. Here comes Jaden Miller to the right side, looking for some running room. Picks up about 7 yards, up to the 37-yard line. That's going to be third down and 3. We're just underway in the third quarter, 10:15 to go. 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go. McMinn continues to lead. It's 14-7. We got a game.
It took a strong effort from the defender to even pull him down right there.
Linebackers inching up. This time Hester's going to keep it up the middle. He's up over the 40-yard line. He's going to have the first down. Fights his way to the 42. Nice pullback that time. Nice read. And it's going to be another first down for the Cherokees. I'll say it before Chris Powers says it.
There you go.
First down.
There it is.
There you go. I have a 3-year-old grandson that when he plays football around the house, he is always saying, first down, Cherokee.
If you've ever been to Cherokee Stadium, Chris Powers, that unique voice booming off the building across the way.
Hensley comes in motion to the near side. Hester looking to pass, needs some help. Now throws it to Hensley inside East Howard territory. It was Hensley and Dakota Thompson were both right around the ball. Hensley took it. So down to the 40 and another first down.
Tackled by Devine.
Outstanding play there.
Hester makes some nice decisions there. And here's a flag again, or whistle, before the play starts.
It's going to be an illegal substitution. They were trying to get an extra man off the field for East Hamilton.
Great. That should cost them 5 yards, I think.
Yep.
Bringing up first down and 5. That'll move it down to the 35-yard line of East Hamilton. And we got a good drive going here.
See if they, I don't know, they get to this area and they start running it more, but see if he airs it out anymore.
Looking to keep Hester around the left end. Can't find much running room there. That had a bit of a broken play look to it.
Hester keeps.
Once he did not throw the ball out to the receiver on the outside, it was just Hester versus whoever was in front of him. Really wasn't much blocking out there. So he takes it to the 34. It's just a pickup of 1. And it's second down and 4. And the handoff to Miller up the middle. He's going to grind it and pound it through inside the 30-yard line, and another first down. But there's a flag down. Flag at the 34.
See what this.
Yeah, it's a holding on the Cherokees.
Holding against the Cherokees.
This is these are killers, drive killers. And that's going to march them back to the 44-yard line. So it's a 7-play drive right now, setting at the East Hamilton 44. And it's second and 14. Here's a pass to the near side. Dakota Thompson makes a move, tries to get, he's close to the 35-yard line. It's positive yardage, about a pickup of 9. We'll see where they spot it.
Personal foul against the Hurricane.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
Must have been, that was in the backfield, maybe on the quarterback. That might have been a roughing the quarterback. I think that was in the backfield. So they're going to mark that off.
Face mask.
Yep.
So
it's going to go all the way down to the 21-yard line. That marked it at the 36 initially, and with the penalty, takes it down to the 21.
First and 10 from the 21.
They'll take that.
First down. They fake it. Hester looking for a receiver. Throws it over the middle of the Thompson, but it falls incomplete. Hester doesn't really throw many incompletions.
No, he doesn't.
He's been very sharp back there.
Second and 10.
Not flashy, but just solid. He also doesn't get rattled back there when he's looking for a receiver. Very, very calm.
For a guy that made the switch to QB full time, he's not missed a beat.
Here goes Jaden Miller, finding some running room. He's going to dive inside the 10-yard line. And that's going to be enough for the first down. They mark it at the 9. So that's going to be another first down, but it's going to be first and goal from the 9-yard line. 7:46 to go in the third quarter. McMinn leads 14-7 and trying to add to that lead.
And Miller kind of jumped to get inside the 10 there, and luckily didn't land on the hurt shoulder.
Give it to Miller up the middle. Hester fakes the pass after he hands it to Miller.
Miller
working on all facets of the game. Miller's inside the 5-yard line to the 3. Pickup of 6 yards. Maybe East Hamilton beginning to wear down just a little bit on that defense.
Zaragoza and Oval.
In motion, Aiden Wilson, the H-back, now stops on the right side. They hand to Jaden Miller. He's trying to push his way into the end zone. He does it.
Miller carries for the touchdown.
He was hit probably at the 2, and he just drove the East Hamilton defender back into the end zone. So a 3-yard touchdown run by Jaden Miller.
He just the
I'm
force
not
he
sure,
has.
Jared, that he's not right where he needs to be.
I agree.
They're going for two. Here goes Hester looking to get it into the end zone, and he does. He takes the direct snap. The team never shifted from the left side, and he walks it in on the right side. With 7:01 to go, McMinn has stretched their lead to 22-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Osmond Flooring has just received truckload after truckload of over 15 styles and colors of first-quality waterproof plank flooring for the insanely low prices of $1.89 and $1.99 per square foot while supplies last. And don't forget, they have over 80 styles and colors for every price point and budget. No price match can beat anything. So bring your truck. Or they have the best professional installers around and can usually get the job done within a week. Absolutely worth the drive and easy to find. Osmond Flooring, 2412 South Congress Parkway, across from McMinn County High School in Athens.
At Simmons Bank, community matters. Since 1903, we've been dedicated to serving our community with empowering local leaders. I'm Shane Wade, Regional President of our East Tennessee market. While some things have changed in recent years, one thing that's stronger than ever is our local team's commitment to serving our community. We offer exceptional service and unmatched expertise to provide solutions for your financial needs. A reliable partner for you because, after all, we're always better together.
Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, McMinn has extended their lead to 22-7 after the 3-yard touchdown run by Jaden Miller and the 2-point conversion run by Caden Hester. Here's the kick, and it's going to be short this time, taken at the 10, fumbled, now picked back up at the 15, trying to find some running room over the 20, but he's going to be stopped at about the 23-yard line.
Hinton on the return.
He kind of bounced that one, too. Like he's trying to dribble it to get it back in his hands. That's dangerous when you got the coverage team bearing down at you.
So East Hamilton takes over at their own 23-yard line. 6:54 to go in the third quarter. Boy, 22-7 looks so much better than 14-7 up there. But this one's a long ways from over. We saw how quickly East Hamilton can score. And even had one called back. Well, not a score, but a long run. Bullard in the backfield with Hinton. And they're going to hand off. It's fumbled just a little bit, or bobbled a little bit, but the runner holds on to it. And that is 8. I don't have him. It's Cole. Yep, David Cole, number 8. Picks up 1 yard, maybe to the 24.
Stopped by Sharp, Rouse, and Walton.
I don't know. I'm assuming that was him that got slammed. It got tackled pretty hard, but he's back up, coming to the near side as a wideout.
2nd down and 9. Bullard going to throw a quick pass to the right side. Receiver needs a block, doesn't get one. Not sure that he fought his way back to the line of scrimmage.
That was out to Harrelson.
That was played well, too, by the Cherokees, as if they might have talked about that a little at halftime because they played that much better.
Hey, that's Davion Evans. We talked about it in the Cleveland game, how they can throw those short routes over there, but he's going to close out very quickly.
It's 3rd down and 8. Bullard takes the snap, fakes a handoff. Now he's going to try to run it. Looks to the right side of the field, has running room, and he's drug out of bounds. We'll see where his foot was at, and a late flag comes down.
By Hester, flag on the play.
And
a lot of commotion on that other.
It could be a sideline warning on East Hamilton because their staff is right there on it. But his jersey got pulled, but it didn't look like to be a horse collar from behind.
It looked like it was just a tackle on the sideline, but in all fairness, it's on the opposite sideline.
They're going to call a horse collar.
Yeah, they're going to call the horse collar, And it may very well have been. Again, I didn't get a good look at it. A lot of crowd. It didn't look like a late hit, so that actually makes more sense because our guys were into the tackle before it went out of bounds.
They did call an unsportsmanlike on East Hamilton, so they've walked off the horse collar.
Wow.
And then they should just offset. So, it should be right
so
where they
started.
come
back, and now it may be short where they have it marked. So it's going to be at the 32-yard line. It's going to bring up what should be 4th down and 1.
And I'm wondering, I think East Hamilton's asking if it's an automatic
right
for the horse collar.
That's true. The personal foul.
Horse collar against the Cherokees.
Perhaps that should be a automatic first down. And, well, why don't I just watch? We'll see what they call here. The ball's currently marked at the 32-yard line. It's about a yard short of a first down. Now they're changing it to first down.
All right, so they get the first down off the.
Now they're going to move the chain. I think the personal foul is going to give them the automatic first down, even though the yardage is not there.
Yeah, because the horse collar technically counts as an automatic, so that's
it's basically a personal foul.
Hurricanes from the 32.
So first down for the Hurricanes. 5:33 to go here in the third quarter. East Hamilton trails 22-7. The quarterback, Bullard, bobbles the snap. He's just going to have to run to the right side, and there's not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 33.
Bullard on the carry.
Once he bobbled the snap, the timing of the play was off.
And that's really the second or third time I've seen him kind of bobble one. And, he's got the experience. He played quarterback in middle school, but anytime you throw a running back there who's in his last year of playing, it kind of you got to get used to it again.
You got to learn it all over again. And Bullard's going to keep up the middle again. Not much there. They're going to push him back.
Caden Melton there, Jackson Montgomery in on it as well, and good stop there up the middle.
They're going to give him the 34. It didn't look like he got that far.
No.
But it's going to be third down and 8. So a third and long situation and an opportunity for the Cherokees to get off the field. They've ran a couple of plays in this type situation. They bring Rawls around in motion and run some kind of option, or they've just rolled Bullard out.
Harrelson's on the near sideline, jumping up and down, trying to get the play call to his side.
Davion Evans, I think, out there on him, and he's way back off of him. Here comes a long pass down the field. Davion Evans is there, but can't make the play. It's a complete pass.
And that's to Cole, the big 6'3" wide receiver.
Bullard's pass complete.
It's a big
over 5'5", Davion Evans.
Yes.
It's a long pass completed down to the Cherokee 15-yard line. It was a really nice pass, and Davion Evans was in pretty good position to make the play. He went up to knock it away, just couldn't get up high enough.
And I thought he had timed it just right, but it was needed a couple extra steps.
From the 15.
So you think you're pulling away from these guys, and they get right back in it. Here's Bullard. He's finding some running room to the left side. He's going to go into the end zone. So a 15-yard touchdown run by Bullard. And once again, East Hamilton trying to put themselves back within a score.
McMinn County coaching staff defensively upset with that no hold call as they were seeing their defensive end, Rouse, getting clotheslined.
Yep.
Trying to get out to Bullard. But
there was no one out there. It was wide open to the left side. So here comes the kick. It's down. Kick is up. It got through there. It was ugly, but it made it through. So 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. East Hamilton fighting back. It's McMinn 22, East Hamilton 14. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Now's the best time to take precautions against the flu. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy, has both the standard flu vaccine and the new high-dose flu vaccine recommended for patients age 65 and older who may have weaker immune systems. With a twindemic of both COVID-19 and flu expected this season, it's also a good time to sign up for the new bivalent Moderna booster. Madison Avenue Pharmacy, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday, 1001 West Madison Avenue, Athens. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and to care.
Since first opening their doors in 2017, Companion Funeral Home of Athens is thankful to have served thousands of families in McMinn and surrounding counties. Being a local, family-owned, full-service funeral home They understand the need to put you at ease when you walk through their doors. Whether you want a traditional burial or a cremation from their on-site crematory in Cleveland, they'll guide you through the process and assist you in making the right
Goal to
choice.
kick off.
Companion
The
to
Hurricanes.
400 South White Street.
Faulkner and Evans
Back at Cherokee
back
Stadium,
to
3
the
minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. McMinn leads 22-14. East Hamilton has just got back on the board, though, and they're kicking off to the Cherokees. Davion Evans is back with Faulkner deep. And here is the kick. It's an onside kick that bounces, but there's penalty flags down.
That's going to be offsides on the kicking team.
Yep.
Or false.
Yep. They call it a false start. So this will put it back to the 35. They were going to have a shot at that onside kick. It bounced over a Cherokee.
That's what Hickson, the kicker, was jumping up and down. He thought they'd gotten it, but penalty was already being blown. Let's see if they're gutsy enough to try it again.
Yeah.
We'll see.
McMinn certainly now going to be looking for it. I don't think they'll do it again. Gutsy call, though.
Yep.
Trying to get the momentum squarely on their side. But with the 5 yards penalty back there, Cherokees could have an opportunity to return this ball. Davion Evans now the lone return man. And it is kicked deep this time. Evans takes it at the 2-yard line to the 5 to the 10. 15-20 looking for a seam somewhere. Over the 25, taken down at the 26.
That was a good return. He was very patient on that one. And just kept waiting.
Now we got a little rumble going on at about the 25. There was some pushing going on. It looked like an East Hamilton player wasn't letting Davion Evans up. And one of our linemen, I couldn't tell the number, was defending him a little bit there. They've got the team separated now, or at least the players that were involved.
4 flags on the ground.
Yeah, everybody was throwing them. But we'll see how this shakes out. I know that I saw a McMinn lineman push an East Hamilton player to the ground, and that's about when I saw all the flags coming out.
Yep.
So it's one of those the second guy gets it kind of things is what it looked like.
There was an East Hamilton guy that shoved, I believe, Genoa Robinson in the back at the very end.
It's just a matter of, did they see the first push there? Let's see. Here's the call. Personal foul on McMinn. Personal foul. So they're going to offset. Yeah, they're going to call it on both of them. They got everything separated. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
You got both high-spirited boys. A lot of things happening down there, and
1-score game.
Yeah.
Still a lot of football left.
All right, so it's going to be at the 26-yard line. It's first down and 10. Hester's got his team out there. He's got Jaden Miller in the backfield. And he's going to hand to Miller over the left side, patiently looking for a hold. There's a flag down. He's going to be out over the 40-yard line, but I think they're going to call a hold. They've had too many penalties tonight, I believe, if, in fact, this is on McMinn.
Miller on the carry, flag on the play.
Jared and I are sitting in the middle of the press box. We have open window, and someone's eating something down below us.
Well,
it's
caramel
corn, I think.
Kettle corn. They've got one of the local food trucks is here with kettle corn. It smells amazing.
It is wafting all the way down here from the end zone. Well, they get the hold call. It's going to march it back to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be still first down, but now 21 to go. Rolls to the right. Hester looking for a receiver. He's running out of time, and he throws it out of bounds wisely.
Good play there. He had Hensley in the area, so no intentional grounding.
It's
going to bring up second down and 21. Again, this is another drive where you really want to see the Cherokees answer. The clock is stopped with the incomplete pass at 3:02.
That first drive they had was just right over 5 minutes to start the third quarter, so you like to put something like that together, take you into the fourth quarter.
Both teams come out in the third quarter. They've each had one drive. They each scored a touchdown. Here's the handoff to the outside.
That was Miller.
It's Miller picking up probably right at about 10 yards. He's close to the original line of scrimmage, not quite there. Have to see where he went out of bounds, actually. Oh, he stepped back at the 20, actually, so only a pickup of 5. And so that's going to be up third and about 16. Got to get all the way out to the 36-yard line. Hester has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He moves Jaden Miller over a little bit. He's faking, looking for a receiver. Now he's going to throw down the middle of the field, and there's a penalty flag, probably a hold. Grady Prince was going down the middle of the field and was being held, could not break himself open, gets the call. Now this is going to be 15 yards. It's going to be probably 3rd down and 1. If, in fact, that's the call. We got an injured player down. And I'm afraid it's Hester.
It is. I think he took a shot after throwing that one.
So Hester is down.
Hester's shaking up on the play.
Well, it's
roughing the passer.
Wow, roughing the passer.
And
is that an ineligible receiver? And then,
yeah.
There's a lot of flags.
3 flags. All of them offset, apparently.
All of those are going to offset each other, I guess. My goodness. Hester's still down. It's 3rd down. It's going to remain, I believe, 3rd down and 16. So Hester's setting up now. We're going to keep it right here. I would imagine that Jaden Miller is getting ready to be your quarterback. So Hester's up, and he's going to walk off the field gingerly, but walking under his own power. That's a good sign.
I think he took a hard shot there.
Could have just got his bell rung just a little bit there. So Jared, keep an eye on him on the sideline there. So the ball is remarked, I believe, at the 20-yard line. So we're just going to be doing that play over again. 3rd down and about 16.
All those flags for nothing.
It's getting punchy out there.
Yes.
That's for sure. And the crowd that's here from East Hamilton is really getting into the game themselves. And so Miller's going to he's going to fake handoff, keep it up the middle. He's going to have a few yards. Now we got a big scrum again, and let's hope that we don't have any more penalties out of that. Ball's carried up to the 24-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and about 12.
Met first by Lewis and Zaragoza.
So if we ever needed Solons to flip the field, we could use it now.
Right
2
here.
minutes and 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a 1-score game. McMinn leads it 22-14, but that 2-point conversion looking better all the time.
Willis back deep for the Hurricanes.
I saw Dakota Thompson run in late there, but he may have been taking the place of Hester. Here's a fair catch, and it's made at the 34-yard line. So the punt is successful, and East Howard, with 1:59 to go in the 3rd quarter, is going to take over at their own. Well, they mark it back another yard to the 33-yard line.
Defense could use a turnover right now. Would be huge for them. Ultimately, would love to see a pick 6.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. I think we're going to see a steady dose of Bullard back there. No,
yes,
that seems to be pretty much their offense. And he's going to run it up the middle, looking for running room. Finds a little bit, and here's a late flag again.
Bullard
in the area of holding.
Yep.
And it's holding. I think they'll back them up right here. Bullard had gained about 3 yards, maybe 4. So it's going to cost them 15 from the 34-yard line, or rather 10, I should say, from the 34. I think this will be marked back to the 24. That's going to put them in a second down and about 20.
As quick as the first quarter went with not too many penalties, we're starting to see them play catch-up now.
Yeah. Here's Rawls in the backfield. He's going to get the call to the left side. Up comes Hensley, and they do a nice job. Hensley cut the edge off, which forced the runner inside, and
Luke Slager
and Fagans who met him.
Rawls on the carry.
I can tell you, Rawls is going to fill that one tomorrow.
Yeah, Rawls is like, please, let's don't run that anymore. Back to the 23. It's a loss of 1, but boy, he paid for it more than loss of a 1.
Whew. Luke Hensley did a good job, though, of cutting off that corner, not letting him get to the sideline, kept him in, and Fagans and Slager just laid him out right there.
Yeah, Malachi Nunez in at safety for Hester. Here's a fake handoff. Bullard looking for some running room. Another flag.
Well, that's another hold right there. McMinn had a guy back there, but
Bullard is hard to bring down. Several broken tackles even on that play. So the flag is down on the 22. And we'll see if there's another call here. And there's a lot of frustration on the East Hamilton side. Both in their huddle and the sideline right now because they keep getting penalized. So this is going to take it back to the 12-yard line, I believe.
Replay second down once again.
Yep. 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ball set at the East Hamilton 12. It's second and forever. They got to go all the way to the 43-yard line.
31 to go.
31.
Wow.
Second and 31. Bullard rolls to his right. He's looking to pass. Still looking. Now he's going to cut it up and run. And he's going to have some yardage now, finally pushed out of bounds. Well, he's scary.
That's what I was sitting there thinking. If he catches a couple of
like one
cutback and one cutback, he might pick up 31 pretty easily there.
He picked up 10 right there. And it just looked like he was on a Sunday stroll. Actually, they mark it at the 21. So he picked up 9.
3rd and 20.
So a big third down right here. Don't need to give up a big play. Bullard's got to put this one up in the air, I would think.
And Cole, the tall receivers on the far side, they've got LeBou, who's a slot receiver, tight end. He's another big guy on this near side.
And they're going deep again. Here's the throw down the sideline. Davion Evans back there again. This time it's thrown out of bounds, but there's a penalty.
They're going to call pass interference is what I would assume, but
I would as well. But I'm not sure on the rule on if it's an automatic first down or if it's just 15 from the spot of the foul, or rather the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the call is.
That's what they're going to have to figure out. Credit to the officials. I mean, there's a lot of rules. They got to figure out how to mark off, what they've got to mark off, and what order you do them in.
They're going back to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to mark off 15 yards, I believe. And if it's still third down, it's still going to be like 3rd and 8. The ball up to the 36-yard line. But it's not a first down. So we're going to play third down again. Instead of 3rd and 20, it's going to be 3rd and 7, maybe 8.
Unreal.
So here we go again with third down. Trying to get off the field desperately is the Cherokee defense. Need to hold one more time right here. Bullard takes a snap back, looking to pass again. He's going to go deep. Why not? And it's the same guy back there. They go up. Both the receiver and the defender are fighting over the football. And let's see who they're going to give it to. Davion Evans had a good grip on it.
Wow.
Bullard's
But
pass
I thought he had it.
Wow.
complete to Cole.
Man, that was impressive. Cole and Davion Evans, and Cole is a good foot taller. Both go up for the football, and they both come down with it together, but they call it a complete pass. So it's all the way down to the 16-yard line of McMinn.
From the 16.
What a play. They go to a pass to the outside again, and there's Davion Evans to tackle the receiver immediately after he gets it. That's Cole again.
Cole tackled by Evans.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. But East Hamilton is driving, and they're threatening. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter, folks. You don't want to go anywhere. At the end of the third quarter, McMinn 22, East Hamilton 14. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hiwassee Builder Supply has been a part of our community for over 60 years. Hiwassee started in 1958 with a humble store on the square in downtown Athens and a lumber yard located on top of Depot Hill. They've grown ever since. Success should never be selfish. That's why the folks at Hiwassee believe their business has not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to contribute to the successful growth of the community in which we live and work. Hiwassee Builder Supply is proud to support our local schools and student athletes.
L&M Motors, your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, is a proud supporter of McMinn County Cherokee Athletics. Brothers Leon and Marvin Hammond founded L&M Motors back in 1966. And under Kevin Hammond's direction, it's still going strong at 1001 South White Street in Athens. Go see Kevin and the crew at L&M Motors today and tell them the voice of the Cherokee, Terry Patrick, sent you.
Well, here's the situation. We're starting the fourth quarter here at Cherokee Stadium. McMinn County leads it 22-14 over East Hamilton, but East Hamilton is threatening. They've got the ball at the Cherokee 16-yard line. It's second down and 10. Bullard, the quarterback, and he's been impressive. Here's a fake handoff. Bullard's going to keep it up the middle. He hadn't found a lot of running room there, but he's going to be inside the 15, maybe down to about the 12. So it is going to be a pickup of 4 down to the 12, and it's going to be third down and about 6.
Third and 6.
Bullard waiting for the snap. Big third down here for the Cherokees. They look to the sideline for the call. This game is going just about the way we thought it would. Here's the snap, fake handoff. Bullard going to try to run for it. He's met, but breaks the tackle, runs to the outside, looking for running room, cuts back. He's going to be inside the 5.
And they got away with a huge hold right there. Aiden Wilson had him wrapped up, and one of their offensive linemen literally tackled Aiden Wilson down.
Goodness. It's going to be first and goal from the 3-yard line.
That makes it first and goal for the Hurricanes from the 3.
Well, you got to think Bullard's just going to keep this. And he hands off to Hinton, and he's going to make his way into the end zone. So it's a 3-yard touchdown run by Mike Hinton into the end zone, and it's a 2-point game right now, 22-20. Let's see if they line up and go for 2. What a game.
It coming down close like we thought it would.
Been more than a couple of times in this game where I felt like we were pulling away.
Yep.
We just can't put them away. Going for 2. Score is 22-20. East Hamilton trying to tie this thing up with a 2-point conversion. Here is the snap. Bullard's going to keep it around the right side. We got him stopped up. We push him back. He's down. So the attempt is no good. So with 10:44 to go in the fourth quarter, McMinn leads East Hamilton 22-20. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Tucked between 2 major Tennessee cities, perfectly placed in the foothills of the Smokies, you'll find a unique community filled with extraordinary people. Students who are full of inquiry. They discover who they are and who they were created to be. Faculty who are more than teachers. They are mentors guiding the next great generation. People are the heartbeat of Tennessee Wesleyan University. We are because you are. Learn more about being a Bulldog at www.tnwesleyan.edu.
At Capstar Bank, we're listening. We want to earn not just your business, but your confidence and loyalty. Capstar Bank is locally owned and operates with a higher level of personalization and passion for greatness than any bank you've ever encountered. Capstar Bank, with locations in Athens, Etowah, Cleveland, Sweetwater, Madisonville, and East Tennessee, and online at capstarbank.com. Capstar Bank, we're listening. Equal housing.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, 10:44 to go here in the fourth quarter. McMinn leads 22-20. Jared, kind of interesting here. After that onside kick just a few minutes ago, now the McMinn's got 10 guys within 10 yards.
And a couple of them are more of what you would consider the hands team.
The hands team is in. Davion Evans is back deep. And it's going to be kicked deep and probably into the end zone, and is. So the Cherokee's going to take over at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 from the 20.
Need a big, long drive here with at least a touchdown on the board.
That ends with a touchdown.
Yes.
That's all we're asking.
Not too much there. And credit to East Hamilton. That's 2 third-down plays in this half where they've been 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, and they've gotten a 51-yard first-down play and a 48-yard play to Cole, their big receiver, down the right side. So
good news for the Cherokees. Hester back in at quarterback. Davion Evans in the backfield. Here's the snap given to Evans right up the middle. He's going to fight for about 4 yards. A tough 4. Cherokees need a big play here. Haven't seen Cody Thompson tonight.
No, we haven't.
And I don't know that he is dressed.
And
again, the play clock's not functional, at least on the field. So
hard for us to know. That's when the back judge, I believe, raises his hand at the 5-second mark. They're going to fake it out. Here's Hensley wide open. It's that quick pass to the outside, and he's going to be up close to the first down.
Hester's pass complete to Hensley. Tackled by Lefty.
See where they mark it at the 29. Yep. 1 yard short.
3rd and 1 for the Cherokee.
Big play right here.
Miller in the backfield. So
yep.
Got to think it's coming his way, maybe, or a Hester keeper.
You'd have to think one of those two guys is going to end up with the football right here. Boy, they could throw it out quick. It is good. And here's Miller. He's he's caught in the back of the backfield. He's going to lose yardage. That is well played there by East Hamilton. I don't think you can do anything but punt right here because it's going to be 4th and 4. He goes back, loses back to the 26-yard line.
They are going to send Sullins on to punt.
Yep, well, I know they didn't want to give that ball up that quick. 9:06 to go here in the fourth quarter. Punt team getting out there late.
For the Cherokees.
I think the punt team thought we're going to get that 1 yard and probably needed to be paying a little more attention. Here's the snap. It's good. Kick is away. Nice kick. Return man driven back to the 32, but he's going to return it. Finds a little seam up the middle. Breaks the tackles. And now he's going to be slammed down about the 41. Landon Fagans comes in and finishes off the job. Dakota Thompson was also there.
Tackled by Dakota Thompson.
So this is going to be a gutsy game here in the fourth quarter.
It is.
And we're going to see who's stronger.
Just a reminder, it came down to a blocked field goal last year, McMinn winning.
Yep, that's exactly right. East Hamilton takes over at their own 41, so good field position for East Hamilton. David Cole, got to watch him. Now Hensley's on him on this near side. Here comes Rawls in motion. And they're going to fake it. Quarterback is going to keep it around the left side, looking for running room. Finds some. He's got an over the 50. He's going to have a first down. And he's going to be taken down near the 45-yard line of McMinn. That play was slow to develop.
Yeah, it'll be in a lot of positive yards that it shouldn't have been.
Yeah. So they do mark it on the McMinn 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards and a first down. Now we're needing a turnover, right?
Yep.
8:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. McMinn continues to lead 22-20. They fake it. Bullard keeps it up the middle, finds some running room again. He's close to the 40.
Helmet. East Hamilton helmet flying.
Went flying off, sure did. Probably about 8 yards, 9 yards down the field. He's going to have to come out of the game. Ball marked at the 40. It's a pickup of 5.
Montgomery, Brown, Rouse, and Slager.
Clock running. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go. It's becoming a factor now. We're in the fourth quarter.
Second
and 5. Bullard, the quarterback. Boy, he's got to be tired. He wasn't ready for that snap. Throws it out to the right side. It's a busted play that's still going to... He was not ready for the snap at all, and I don't even know how he caught it, almost with one hand.
I don't know either, because everybody else just...
And nobody really moved, and then he threw the pass to the left side that was complete, and they drove it down to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 3, and it's 3rd down and 2.
This is going Bullard all the way.
Got a key on Bullard, wouldn't you think?
But, of course, I say that the last couple of 3rd downs, they've thrown it over the top to Cole. And if they throw the same pass, it's going to be a touchdown for him. And ball's
it's
down.
A bobbled snap. Now he picks it up and, of course, finds a lot of running room inside the 20-yard line down to the 15.
Credit Davion Evans for stopping him there.
Bobbled or fumbled the snap, whatever you want to call it, had to pick it up off the ground. He didn't waste any time. He picked it up and ran.
Yeah.
He didn't look for a receiver or anything else, just took off. So the ball is down now at the McMinn 15-yard line, another first down. Certainly, easily, I would say, within field goal position now. Bullard's doing it all.
He is. I mean, I think McMinn had it stopped there, but he picks it up and scrambles.
So Hinton, they give Hinton a run. He's going to be, they'll probably give him the 14. He's just over the 15-yard line, so minimal gain right there. We'll call it 1, 2nd down and 9. Clock ticking under 6 minutes now.
It's almost like that run right there is just to give Bullard a little bit of a breather. Hand it off, catch your breath.
McMinn 22, East Hamilton 20. Holding on to a small lead here.
Clock just continues to run.
Snap to Bullard. He's going to keep it around the right side. Inside the 10, close to the 6. He may be a little close. Or maybe a little short, I think.
I think he's short, yep.
They'll mark it at the 6-yard line.
But you know who it's.
I mean, he's just going to run it again, right?
Yep.
3rd down and 1. The defense moving around, and now looks like East Hamilton's changing the play. Defense still moving a little bit. And he wasn't ready for the snap. The ball's on the ground, and let's see who's got it. Cherokees.
Yes.
Cherokees have gotten the fumble and a low snap. And Cherokees have it with 4:34, leading 22-20.
Dev Patel gets a credit for the recovery there, and outstanding job on the defense to get that one sniffed out.
Wow. I mean, there's been questionable snaps throughout the game.
At least 3 or 4 and almost back-to-back plays there.
Dev Patel named a captain for this game. Boy, and he does some captain work there. Getting back there quick and getting on the football. Now, here it comes. Jaden Miller, 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, over the 45-yard line and pushed out of bounds. And I think he might have got the breath knocked out of him. Got an injured player. He's up.
He got his legs taken out pretty hard right there, but they'll take that.
He kind of grabbed at his stomach for a second. He got hit hard. Yes. All the way up to the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff now to Davion Evans, trying to find some room himself. finds it, gets spun out of bounds. That could have been a penalty. They didn't call it, but he's inside
Evans on the carry.
the 50, inside East Hamilton territory to the 48-yard line. What a break. Four minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's second down, really about 7 to go. They're going to fake it. Now here's Hester up the middle, inside the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 5. Touchdown, Caden Hester.
Woo! What a run.
A 48-yard touchdown run by Caden Hester. And that's going to put McMinn up now 28-20. Now that's what you do with a turnover.
There you go. And that's what we are used to seeing. McMinn's just had a drive or two stall out tonight that kept them from just constantly doing that.
So this now a big extra point right here. The lead is 8. You kick the extra point, it's a 2-possession game. Hester is going to hold the football. It's down. Kick is up. And it's good. It's a 2-possession game. 4:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. McMinn leads 29-20. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Getting a good night's sleep is essential to your quality of life. The mattress is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. When it comes to comfort, one size doesn't fit all. The friendly staff at Plaza Electronics can help you find the right fit with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Serta, High Comfort, and Beauty Rest. They also have lift beds and lift chairs, offering free delivery and setup, 12 months same as cash. Proudly serving this area for over 32 years, Plaza Electronics and Appliances. Visit them at their new location in the former home of Staples at 1609 Congress Parkway South, Athens.
Athens is sure we're here for you. When you call, we'll be there. Nothing that we can't do. With integrity and excellence, we will see you through. Nothing to harbor us to
Silence, we kick off for the Cherokee. Rolls and hit backbeat for the Hurricane.
Tennessee since 1931.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, an excited Cherokee Stadium. 4:09 to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn leads it now 29-20. Here's the kick by Sullins, goes out of the end zone. So East Hamilton, whom, by the way, Jared, we haven't been able to put away and still haven't just yet.
Yep.
You know they got a little bit of fight left in them.
Well, especially with the receiver like Cole, 2 big 45-plus yard plays. So it's not over till that clock hits 0 and the Cherokees are on top on the scoreboard.
But you do feel a little more comfortable being up 2 possessions at this point. What a play by Hester, a 40. I had it down for 48-yard touchdown run.
Yep.
And we had just said, I mean, we're expecting one of those. Like, he kept handing off, and boy, right up the middle, and he's got some speed. They could not run him down.
You go back to last week, there were several 40-yard touchdown runs by him.
Dev Patel, the big fumble recovery off the fumbled snap. Now here's the long pass again. He's got an arm on him.
That's awful.
This one is intercepted. They're going to call him out of bounds, but it was picked off on the far sideline.
Could have been offensive pass interference. He just ran over Davion.
Davion Evans running right with him, and then Faulkner coming over from, I guess, his safety position, actually makes the catch but is out of bounds. So that time they get 2 players on the deep pass, so that Davion wasn't quite on the island that he was on those other 2 passes.
That's going to be a perfect way to cover that. Looks like Hester's going to have the man in the slot. Patel's got the guy on this near slot.
Bullard rolls to his left, a little shorter pass to the sideline. The receiver's going to be pushed out of bounds, and there's a flag for a late hit, I believe, on the sideline, and that's the last thing we need right now.
That was a throw to Rawls.
So a late flag. The pass was complete. It was about a 5-yard gain to the 25, but I think we're going to get 15 tacked onto that, and if that's the case, they're going to move it up to the 40 and maybe the 41. Looks like they're going to start at the 26-yard line.
Yep.
Personal foul.
So it's going to be moved up to the 41-yard line. With the penalty.
Brings up 1st and 10 from the 41.
Bullard, the quarterback, looking to run over the tackle now, right up the middle, short gain. That we can handle.
Bullard
That'll keep the clock running unless they want to start using those timeouts. East Hamilton, the scoreboard showing 3 left. McMinn 3 as well.
They've got an injured player down.
So an East Hamilton player is down. And I think he had a leg cramp there, but he's going to get up on his own power and come off the field, I believe. The ball now up to the 43-yard line, so we're going to give Bullard 2 yards on that. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8. The clock at 3:36. They're lined up.
2nd and 8.
Cherokee defense wasn't on the field yet. Now they've run out there before the whistle's blown. Everybody seems to be in position. Roll to the right. Bullard, he's getting some pressure. Aiden Wilson still trying to chase him down. Still breaking tackles. He's up over the 45 and hanging on to him. He's close to the 45 of McMinn.
Bullard keeps.
Wow. Shifty, gets away from it. Got a couple of rough blocks on the backfield, but
Aiden Wilson is turning him in. And then he's being met by some Cherokees, but just keeps breaking tackles. And Aiden Wilson, by the way, paying the price, too. He's taking some big hits in there.
And he's getting a lot of double teams down low from their linemen. So, I mean, he's having to fight through a lot. He's been disrupting some plays tonight. Bullard just turning them into positive.
Bullard rose to his left. He's got a man short. That's who he goes to. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
I believe that was number 5.
And that's Kyrese Willis. Haven't went to him much tonight. So we're going to call it the 38-yard line of McMinn. Picks up 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Clock stopped. Clock running. I guess they got him down before he went out of bounds. Back to pass. Probably looking deep again. Now he's going to scramble. He's going to run. He's throwing. He's over the line. He goes for a touchdown pass to Zachariah Labou, but I think the quarterback is past the line of scrimmage.
He was a good 1.5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Bullard's pass is complete, but a flag on the play.
Man, he has got some tall receivers out there, doesn't he?
Labou plays.
He's got some targets.
Basketball for him, so I've seen him before, but
it looks like about a half a dozen can play basketball out there. So we'll see what they mark off. It's not a touchdown.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. They're going to mark off because if it were, that was off quick score. We still got 2:06 to go.
It's a loss of down, too.
Wow.
So it goes to.
So they didn't mark anything off yet. They replaced the ball back in the line of scrimmage. I was like, wait a minute.
It's not an even play there.
It's just 5 yards, but I think it's going to be 3rd down.
Yes. Should be 3rd and 7.
So the ball is back to the 43-yard line. And it's 3rd down and 7. Bullard straight back to pass. He's going to look deep. Nope, over the middle. Got a receiver. Can't hang on to the ball. That was Rawls over the middle. It may be thrown a little behind him, but he got his hands on it, but couldn't pull it down.
Had to throw it so high
so
and
here we go.
him that it really disrupted the throw. Big play here.
Cherokees can put this thing away if they can hold them here on 4th and 8. And I think Coach Bo Cagle wants a timeout. So McMinn is going to – I don't think McMinn was quite ready on that play.
No. And probably a smart call there. You got under 2 minutes to play. Make sure you're set up because this should decide the game if you can stop it.
We really weren't set up at all.
No.
We had DBs that were close to the sidelines over here. I think they were just looking for the call or the formation they needed to be in, and it was getting close to time to snap the football. So a timeout called, a wise one, as you said, by Coach Cagle. We'll keep it right here. Jared, this game, a tad reminiscent from a year ago, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is. And two evenly matched teams is kind of what we expected coming into it. It didn't, as we've said, it didn't seem like that in the first half. It felt like McMinn was really dominating this game. They just couldn't get the points on the board. But it has turned into quite the ball game here against two very good ball clubs.
And these two teams have not met. This is only the fourth meeting, but it's almost like you got a little rivalry brewing
Starting
here.
to brew, yeah. And this could be Bullard, or he could go to one of his big targets here.
Yeah, he's going to roll to his right. He's going to look to pass anyway, and he's going to throw, and it's over the hand of Zachariah LeBeau. Falls incomplete, and the Cherokees are going to take over. First down and 10 with 1:51 to go in the fourth quarter, and they lead by 9, 29-20. Wow. So it goes down as a turnover on downs, and McMinn County takes over at their own 43-yard line. What a game.
It is.
I think Coach Cagle's going to be proud of the fight, though, in his guys.
Yeah, definitely. A lot to be proud of, and even a lot of things to work on, too.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Coach will always find something to work on.
Might be a good week for that off week.
Yes.
Okay, here's Miller coming around to the left side. He's going to try to turn back, and he just goes down. He's not going to go out of bounds. That's pretty smart. He kind of got hemmed in, and he just went down on a knee. I think that was on purpose.
Miller carries.
There's no gain.
Timeout.
East Hamilton's going to take a timeout. With that timeout, we'll take a 30-second break here as well. Back in 30 seconds.
Count on Star Regional Medical Center for lung cancer screening. If you're a smoker or a former smoker, age 50 to 80, talk with your primary care provider about our low-dose EC for lung cancer screening. It can detect cancer early when treatment is most effective. Star Regional Medical Center. From the routine to the unforeseen, count on us. Take our free lung health assessment at starregional.com.
Back at Cherokee Stadium, a minute 42 to go in the fourth quarter. McMinn leads East Hamilton 29-20, and they're trying to put this game away, and it hasn't been easy. Several times during the game, you felt like the Cherokees were about to do that, about to pull away, but East Hamilton has had too much fight in them tonight, but so have the Cherokees. They've hung right with them. Minute 42, second down and 10. Hester's your quarterback. Jaden Miller in the backfield. Three receivers to the right, one to the left, but I don't think they're going to see the football here. Here's Hester up the middle, over the 50, to the 45. Needs a block, inside the 35, inside the 30. Wow, taken down at about the 29-yard line.
We talk about how hard Jaden Miller is to bring down. Caden Hester's just as tough to bring down.
He is, and just really deceptive speed as well. And don't want to wish football away by no means, but it's going to be exciting to watch these guys in basketball this year.
Yes, it will be.
Ball at the 29-yard line of East Hamilton. It's a first down and 10. Minute 15. East Hamilton did not stop the clock. So the Cherokees are going to let it run. There's no play clock, so all they can do is watch that back judge, who now gives them the signal that there's 5 seconds to go. Here's the snap. Hester keeps it up the middle. This time they're looking for him. Still inches forward, still driving. Finally a whistle.
It was a faint whistle at that.
It was. Like he didn't really want to blow it, did he?
No.
I think it was the correct call. I mean, I think they had him